1 match between Singapore and South Korea. Gonna be a good one, Ben. Both teams on 1 loss so far.
Great match to start us off today. See Sharik and Ho Jun gonna lag here. Let's see who wins. The lag's very important. Who gets the first break, but also who gets the choice if it goes to a shootout. Who shoots first and from which side? I think that's very important.
Interesting lineup for Singapore. 2 known world-class players, Aloysius Yap and Sharik Syed, coming in with a 654 Fargo on the female player, Charlene Chai Zee Hui. Korea coming in with Seo Soa, the current world 9-ball champion, and 2 relative unknown male players, Ko Tai Young and Ho Jun Kwan. So we'll see. I mean, you would expect Soa to be obviously to be the stronger of the female players, and Singapore to be stronger on the male side. But Korea did beat the USA in the first round, I believe.
Team USA A, who's on the other arena table, consisting of Shane, Sky, and Savannah.
Yeah, so that shows the strength of Korea if they're able to beat Team USA like that.
Both the men played really well. Saw both of them playing a little bit in the men's open. They are both hitting the ball super true. This guy might be the hottest player on the planet right now, though, winning all the open events last year.
Yeah, he's going to be a big factor in how Singapore does in this World Team Championship.
Starting off with a dry break.
They went down 3-0 against Norway in the first round, which was a surprise. I would have put them as a favorite against that team.
Norway in the other arena table playing Team USA A. It's going to be a push-out to start this match. And we've seen a lot of dry breaks and a lot of push-outs, a lot of strategy. So far, absolutely loving it. Level of play has been absolutely amazing. Looks like he's going to push the 2 onto the rail. Just leave an edge of this one.
Definitely has some options off the left side.
He let Aloysius see a lot of this cue ball, too. I would have thought try to get the cue ball a little tighter to the rail.
Feels like he can spin it enough to get the cue ball near the 2. That could work well. The 1's going to be banking over to the bottom right, so really needs to cover it with the 8 or the 3. A little tough to spin it that much, Ben, so...
Yeah, that's why he's giving it back. I am surprised to see him give it back, though. He does have a lot of the cue ball to work with.
I mean, he could try to cut the 1 so much that it goes over to the second long rail and back to the middle, but that's tough. It's a pretty thin cut.
Yeah, he'd have to hit it maybe too hard. He'd lose the cue ball a bit. But I like your first shot. You spin it over there towards the 2. If the 1 hangs over the pocket and the 8 doesn't block it, it might just be a little unlucky. But there's a good wall there with the 8, 6, 3, 7. Maybe you just get underneath the 2.
Yeah, it's just that he can't spin it quite enough. You can see he's drawing at it to kind of get some draw angle going towards the left as well as the spin. But he is going to try here.
Did he call the 1? I hope he did, because it's going to go close.
And this is what we were talking about. Once you have to draw it, there's going to be a lot of energy in it. The 6 gets in the way. So, early roll for Korea.
I feel like rolls are going to play a big part in this match. Seeing 1 already, that's a pretty fortunate leave there. See what this man can do to figure it out.
So this is the best of 5 sets. If it is tied at 2 sets each, they'll go to a shootout for the 5th set. Goal for both teams will be to win without a shootout, and that'll be 3-set wins. The first set is each player in each team plays 1 game. And the goal is, there are always races to 4, so the goal is for each team to get to 4 first.
That's why you see Aloysius playing the first game, because if it was to go 3-3, he would be playing the case game.
And he plays 3 out of 7 games overall. Any player that goes first plays 3 out of 7 games overall. So consider Kwan the stronger player of the 2 male players on the South Korean team.
Yeah, that would be why they put him up in this number 1 spot. Yap really mishit that kick shot. Came up way short of what he was trying to do, I think. Sold this out. Only tough ball is maybe the 5. So much distance between the 4 to the 5 is going to be a problem for sure.
Looks like 3 passes the 7. 2 rails out now.
Yeah, I think that's what he just went over and looked at. Gotta stay smooth with the draw shot here. Rails are plenty bouncy, so you don't need to overhit this one. You can see he got lots out of it without having to power it up too much.
Looks like there's room for the 5 past the 8. Gonna have to draw between the 6, 7 and into a small zone for the 5, but I think that'll be the goal from the 4.
Is he straight enough here to get back on the angle he's on now would be perfect.
Moving to the right just slightly, and it's going to be tough to draw it enough, if not impossible.
Yeah, I don't even think it's possible now to get underneath the 5. He's going to have to play position for a combination on the 10, which is very difficult. A lot of distance between those balls.
Yeah, he'll want to get real close to the 5 here if he's going to stay offensive on the combo.
Yeah, close to straight in. If there's any angle on that 5, making that 10 is going to be very tricky.
Just kind of backed off on the combo idea.
Yeah, I like that because I don't think the combo is a good choice. Not when there's that much distance between the balls. And there's no early win, so 10 would spot. You'd have to get position on the 5. Does he take on this bank, or does he duck underneath the 7?
I think it's tough. I don't think it's a high percentage one. It's a game winner if it goes. I'd be tempted on it. Looks like he's playing the cue ball below the 9 here. Something lighter. Speed's got to be perfect. And it looks like it is. Jump for Yap available.
Yeah, reaching for the short cue right away. But he's not going over the whole ball, so you'd think he's got a half chance here.
Yeah, I'd make him a favorite. He's up on the table, a little off balance, but other than that, very makeable.
Yeah, definitely small favorite to make the ball, let alone hit it.
He's got it.
He's played perfect shape, too. Look at this. Nice shot.
Should be rack number 1.
It's no fluke that this man won a whole bunch of tough tournaments last year. He's in top form.
Yeah, with all the best players in the world, too. It's one of those runs that we've seen Federgorst and Sanchez Ruiz go on in the past 4 years.
Yeah. It seems to be streaky. The game is very streaky. One player going on a run, then another player going on a run. We'll see if Yap has another fantastic year. It's so tough out there. So many good players. And it's getting tougher by the minute. There's a whole bunch of junior players over there coming through the ranks too.
Yap is definitely the face of pool in Singapore. Syed, kind of an expat. I'm not quite sure. He might have moved back, but he was spending time in the States. I believe he was actually going to college in the States.
I think that's correct, yeah. A little flat on this one, but he can power it up. Stun a little closer to the 10. The draw around 2 rails looks okay.
Yeah, the result with Norway was very surprising. I mean, maybe they lose in a shootout or 3-1 at worst, but 3-0. Just not quite sure what happened in that match. Neil Gong floats the star in the Norwegian team. The female players probably same level as Charlene, but I would have made Singapore a favorite in that match.
Absolutely, yeah. Maybe just not adjusted to table conditions yet. I know Norway was here, Emil and the lady on that team played in the singles events, so they got warmed up to the table, but Yap and Sharik did not play in the open event, so just trying to figure out the tables, which are playing absolutely great. I got to play in the men's open, and I love these tables. I think they play perfect. Corners are nice and tight, sides are nice and tight, bounce off the rails great, cloth's nice and fast.
And if you're looking to get one at home or for your upgrade your new room or opening a new room, all the pricing is on predatorcues.com. Very competitively priced, alongside all the top tables in the world.
Yeah, they're definitely not overpriced. They're coming in at a good price. Sharik to break rack number 2 from the side rails. Watch the 1 in the left side.
He's got it.
Straight in and position on the 2. Nice break.
Good signs here for Singapore.
I was trying to tell some of the junior players this too, and I've noticed it quite a bit, is these guys aren't really overpowering the break. They're not going full speed at it. They're hitting it hard, but not too hard. I think that's a key. I think when you hit it too hard, it doesn't work.
Yeah, for some reason, it seems like that medium speed plays the one towards the side a little more. It's tempting to want to hit them harder because you have a bigger chance of fluking a ball with the hand rack. That is a factor. But if you can rely on the rack and you recognize the ref is racking the balls properly, that's the most consistent one, medium speed from the side rail.
And these referees are doing such a fantastic job. I haven't seen any bad racks yet.
7 balls heavily in the way of the position for the 4.
Yeah, he doesn't want to have too much angle on the 4, but I think he might need to accept some kind of thin angle.
Cue ball to the right of the 7, draw over 1 rail.
Definitely, first game was always a little nervy, but he looked pretty good on that ball going into the 7. Wow.
Yeah, he was kind of playing into the 7. Knew he didn't want to cross over to the left side of it. Can draw back now for the 5 in the top right.
That might be the sound of Norway going up 2-0 over there.
Follows okay here. Still 5 in the top right, I think.
Yeah, lots of room to work with coming into the line that way. Speed looks good. Sharik looking good out there so far. Usually these first games in any match are nerve-wracking, but especially in a team format on the TV table. Try to stay calm, and he looks pretty calm out there.
Yeah, he's had some upper mid finishes in international play. Represented Singapore in the World Cup of Pool a couple times with, yeah.
He's a great player. Real smooth. It's going to stay above this 9 ball by the looks of it. I'd be tempted to come underneath it.
Yeah, just got confirmation that Sharik was going to college in the U.S. at Lindenwood University. Mark Wilson is the coach of a billiard program there, so student of Mark Wilson.
I believe April Larson went there as well.
Yeah, Justin Bergman spent time over there.
Bergman, yeah. And I've heard the same thing about Sharik lots, is he's a super nice guy. Just really great person. Uh-oh.
Whoa. Tried to get off the rail. Usually you can cheat the inside rail on shots like that, but just over-cheated it a bit.
Well, and look at the matchup. They're sending So out to play this game. We
Considered the second best player on the Korean team.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. We saw this a bit yesterday with the females not playing each other in this opening match. So smart. Looks pretty good. Maybe a little short of the mark, though. But not selling out. Sharik would have to play a super bank shot with position, so I think he's going to play a safety back, send the cue ball up table.
Yeah, cue ball just moving a little too far away from the 10 here on the bank. It'd have to come all the way around.
This looks pretty good. Good distance. Didn't get covered, but sometimes you don't need to cover the ball. You can just leave a mile away. Does the trick. Would she be tempted to cut this ball in? Cue ball going up and down for position.
Yeah, difficulty to save relative to that. Safe's not easy.
And that's what I'm thinking is maybe it's worth trying to cut this ball in.
It's like she's going side rail to side rail with that much right spin.
This could be a little soft again.
Similar shot for Sharik. More angle going up table with the cue ball, so wouldn't have to force it as much, but I think he'll still lay off here.
Could he consider going under the 10 this time with the cue ball? No, I don't think so. It's maybe too thin. And this way is like a guarantee of leaving distance, right? Look out.
Just overhit this one.
By a lot.
Couple mistakes here from Syed in this rack.
He either overhit it by a lot or he just hit it way too thick.
I think the thickness.
Yeah.
She's underdrawn this.
I'm surprised she played it like that. I don't know if she needed all that draw. I think maybe just the side spin or even the rail first.
Yeah, you always try to avoid draw when you can, and it looked like she could have there.
From that distance, yeah, you don't really want to be drawing it. Tough to control. Should she play the bank, or is she going to cut this one in? Is she going to play safe?
Lots of options. Looks like she's going to try to cut it right in.
She's going to cut it. This is super thin. Cue ball's flying here. Oh, she's going to elevate. It's twice as hard.
Overcut it.
By a lot. And I think that's the elevated with the draw made her overcut it.
Yeah, third mistake now in rack number 2.
She didn't leave it super easy, though. This is a really tough shot from 9 feet away.
Oh, and the cue ball's kind of leaning into the top left.
Yeah, it's one thing to pocket this 10, but like Eric said, can you keep the cue ball out of the pocket as well? I don't know if he can. And you try to load this up with some spin, you're just going to miss the 10 a lot.
Chance of going rail first and getting lucky if you load it up with right. Good shot.
Good shot.
I think get this ball first, Ben. Hit it very nice.
Yeah, very nice shot.
2-0 to Singapore now in the first set.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good out there. I mean, they're always going to be a tough team to beat. Everybody knows how good Yap is playing.
I mean, Syed is definitely a world-class talent player, but he just doesn't get on in an international competition as much, so he'll be feeling the nerves a little bit, and you can see it in that rack.
Yeah, with the way he shot the 9, he looked a little nervy for sure. But that was a big win for them because now Yap can put them on the hill. If Charlene doesn't win this game, they're still in good shape.
Yeah, really, Yap. I guess they have to get to game 7 for Yap to have 2 more games left, but
they're in good position now where Yap can
get them on 3 maybe.
Yeah, get them to 3 at least, yeah.
Yap just calming Syed down there. He knows different things to think. Feeling a little pressure.
Well, I think they're like really good friends too, so he's going to know exactly what to say to him. Dry break, but this is okay. I don't think she's left the 1 at all. Yeah, no, the 4's blocked it. A little cluster on that rail there too, so this could be a bit of a scrappy rack.
Yeah, the 1 angle on the 2 they're going to have to get to pocket. It's going to open up the 6-7, so still a bit of an important battle on the 1 here. Bringing the cue ball behind the stack here.
Yeah, left side of the one. Cue ball around 3 rails. Lots of balls to hide behind there. Just don't underhit it, you'd think would be the mistake. Speed looks pretty good. Or crash into the 4.
Spun it too much.
Yeah.
Didn't expect her to spin it that much, and I don't think she did either. Really, just kind of caught it a little thick, but not a bad shot. You wouldn't expect to run into the 4 there.
Maybe just the left spin, you know, caused some deflection, and then she hit the ball thicker than she wanted to. Definitely on new cloth, the deflection is higher.
So first look at Taeyang here. I mean, just the fact that they beat the U.S. 3-1 tells you the level of play that they're at. Can't beat that team without being strong players.
Yeah, without 3 solid players. And this change in the format this year to this World Team Championships, more about the team play. One player can't really dominate as much. So it really takes all 3 players clicking.
6-7's opened up.
It was a good shot. I think he's in a pretty good position here. If he's straight, he might be able to stop, play the 4 on the other side.
I think he will.
If he's got a hair of angle going to the left, this is a little tough, though. Not easy to stop this one in time. Yeah, so he cheated the pocket.
Nicely. The thickest part of the pocket that he could get to.
That was a good shot. That's like a little underrated shot in pool when they use the whole pocket like that, change the angle.
Especially when you're only shooting into 4 1/8 inch pockets. It's one thing to do on a 4.5 inch pocket, but when you're cheating a small pocket like that, you got to be very precise, and he was.
And brave. He was brave to try that. It's easy to rattle that ball. That shows the level of confidence that he has. He's not scared to play the tough shot.
These Korean players are usually a little longer on the backstroke. They don't have that kind of slappy acceleration that the Filipinos have. Even a little smoother than Chinese Taipei players, some of them. They typically hit the ball pretty similar to how Ko is here.
Yeah, very, very smooth. Nice slow backswing, good timing.
Definitely have some 3 cushion influence in their games. 3 cushion is the biggest game in South Korea.
Some South Korean fans there in the crowd. Good sized crowd here already this morning. Not an empty seat on table 1 with Team USA A, but it doesn't look like there's too many open seats on this table either. Crowd filling up.
So that's we have Chang Yulung in a little bit.
Well, they needed this game. They're going to get it.
Yeah, Ko's a good player. You can see it right from one rack.
I watched him play a little bit in the men's open, and yeah, he looked really good out there. Oh, Norway's won the first set over there. You can see Skylar not looking too thrilled about it.
Everything going sideways for USA Team A. I guess Norway is coming together as a strong team. Female players lesser known. So is the second male player, Mil Kongflut, the only real known international player. I think Nina Torvin is the female player. She
it is Nina. Yeah.
plays more in Europe. Doesn't necessarily mean that she's weaker just because she doesn't travel internationally, but she has a lot of European experience.
They won that first set 4-0 over there. So,
Wow.
yeah, they're ready to play this morning. USA going to have to pull up the socks or they're going to make an early exit.
First break for Korea here.
Yeah, interested to see how he'll hit this. Does he go full speed, full into the one? Does he go half speed, cut the one? Full speed straight into it. You might have got away with one there. Cue ball was straight in the side.
Definitely did. Lucky the one was blocking the side.
It's lucky the one didn't go in, or the cue ball was going to go right behind it. Can he cut the two in? Looks like he can. It's thin, so position on the three is not going to be easy here. Might have to come around it. Few rails to play it in the top left of our screen there next, I think.
Yeah, gonna need some left spin for that to happen. Cue ball's gonna be swerving off the rail, cutting into a tight pocket. Lots to manage here.
Yeah, and the side spin into a tight pocket. It's flirting with danger.
Just laid off the spin and ran into it, but it turned out perfect.
Probably couldn't have worked out better. That was a bit of a roll, you'd have to think. I like what he's looking at here, the 4 in the corner, because the 4 to the 6 is easier, I think, if you play the 4 in the corner. If he lands funny on a side angle, it could be tough to get to the 6. But from here, the 6 is a layup to get to.
I think just getting an angle on the 7 to shoot the 9 in the top right. Maybe you try to get perfect on it, just kind of adjust from where you land. He's got to follow this ball, and he doesn't want the cue ball to be following into the 9 here.
Yeah, and the stun follow can be a little tricky to control from here, so probably just rolling it. He does play the stun follow nicely. Good shot.
One rail out is fine. Bridged over the 9 a little bit, so if he does need some right spin, he'll have to be careful of the swerve.
Yeah, he's over the 9 more than I thought at first glance, too, so he's going to want to limit the spin. He did touch it with a little right there.
Did have a bit on it. Nice hit.
Braver man than I from there. I don't know I could play that much spin, I think.
Yeah, had
Risky.
to. I mean, you could see he's spinning and he still came up with too much angle.
Yeah, maybe he had to.
To me, it looks like there's too much angle here, but he's cueing at it like he can avoid it.
I think, yeah, it looks like he's going to go into the 9.
Just got above it.
Yeah,
nice
just
hit.
Clip it on the way through. Good shot.
Good finesse shown from both the Korean men so far.
Well, this would be a super timely break and run. I know he got a little fortunate with the cue ball not scratching on the break, but he went to work after that. Good out to tie it at 2.
So up for Team Korea now with the break.
See all those great sponsors along the arena boards there, and big shout out to Predator and Pro Billiard Series for hosting all these great events, but this one in particular has been, I think, the best event I've ever been to. Not just because of the prize money, but the setup's been amazing, the table conditions have been great, the level of play has been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, the women's Las Vegas Open was one of the strongest fields ever assembled for women.
Prize money was great. Away took home $27,000 for the win. That's a good chunk. Nice.
Soa didn't even make the redraw. That's how tough it was. The current world champion didn't make the final 16.
Isn't that crazy? Going to the other side for the break.
Average power, decent squareness.
No.
Not a lot of action on the rack.
Yeah, nothing happening there.
Go ahead.
Shriek looked like he was going to break and run out his first rack. Maybe he can run out from a dry break here. The ball's laying not bad.
Yeah, he's got a small angle going to the right off the one. Play up one rail for the two.
Yeah, maybe just not a ton of angle, so he's got to watch it doesn't slide a little off the rail. Sort of go into the two.
Yeah, had to stun it and still got into the two.
Yeah, the side spin there, I think, got him a little bit.
Cue ball behind the 3-9 will work here. Try and create some distance. Really try to take away the left long rail here.
Yeah, and maybe the jump too. Try to get a little closer to it. You gotta play good safeties against these really good players. Look, this looks pretty good. He wedged right between it. Nice shot. Yeah, he really took away a lot of options there. Assuming she can't see the ball.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it, but I wonder if she can swerve away from it and hit it. I mean, not much positive is going to happen as far as safe if she tries that.
But what?
But anything else is tough, yeah.
Yeah, maybe push the 9 on top of the 10.
Looks like it.
I hate to concede the foul against good players like this, but sometimes you just got to play percentage pool, and that's higher percentage than trying to do something with the 2 and then hope he makes a mistake.
You can go into the 9-10 stack here. Of course, there's a risk of the 9 and the 10 lining up with the 3, but I'd consider it.
Yeah, I like that, Eric. I think you're right. You go into it here. Sometimes you got to gamble a little in this game, and it might be the right time to do it. Could try to get an angle on the 3 to go into it, but I'm not a big fan of that. It just kind of pushes them more together. If he goes into it here, they should end up in the open, you would think.
Nice thought. He's playing left spin, so he's going to try to take care of it later.
Yeah, just position on the 3 into the side. Needs an angle here, though. Not this angle, the other angle.
Can still power at 3 rails, but a ton of power. It's going to tend to stun off and almost hit the 7, too.
Yeah, at that speed. The speed he's got to hit it. Yeah, it wants to shoot towards the 7 a little bit. Which is going to stretch it into the 5 a little bit, too.
Good quality fall there. That shot's tougher than it looks.
Yeah, he made that look way easier than it was. He landed perfect on the 4. Easy to overrun that one, end up on the bottom rail, too. With too much angle, but he landed perfect.
This could work if he gets the perfect following angle from the 5 to break into the 9-10. He'll go for it. If he doesn't have the exact angle, he can still develop something on the 6.
Yeah.
It's going to the right of it a bit.
Maybe the safety on the 8 is going to be the play. Try to just get full on the 8 and then bank it around 3 rails and freeze on the 10. But that still doesn't develop the 9.
Yeah, cue ball's missing it to the right here, and he can't really go into it off the 6, so he's going to have to wait until the 8. Oh, undercut it by a fair bit. He was going for that ball.
Yeah.
Almost looked like a safe by how much he missed it by, but it definitely wasn't.
Yeah, maybe just got a bit of a thick contact there too, which isn't hard to do at that speed. It did look like he just undercut it. Safe behind the 6, hopefully. She underhit a couple of these in her last game. This one looks better. So be careful what he does here, because he could break the 10-9. Can you see this ball to cut it in?
Might be going heavy offense here.
Yeah, it looks like he is. Okay. Spinning behind the 8. Good touch.
Shot.
Really nice touch there. That was pretty soft with the spin.
2 or 3 rails now for Soa. I think she'll go with this at slow speed. Too much risk of disturbing the 8, 9, 10 if she hits it at high speed.
Yeah, she won't want to move stuff too much here. Just touch the 5. Wait for a better chance.
Just clip the 5. Gonna leave a shot on it, but the 8's tied up more with the 9, 10 now.
Kind of took away that safety on the 8 that was there for later on.
Yeah, what do you do now? You can come below the 8 eventually and cut it kind of to the left of the 10. That could work as a save.
Just gamble from the 7 and try to break it out.
That too.
Just got to make these balls first, though. You already missed this 5 ball once. Any switching hands here. And the shot clock's running out. There were all kinds of things working against him there. So I see him come up a little short on the draw. It's not easy to draw the ball with your opposite hand.
Cue ball's actually playing a little long off the second rail. He'll know if he can get in front of the 7. Yeah, he's okay, actually.
Thick again. He'll have to make an adjustment there. He's not cutting the ball enough. I'm just not seeing it well, or it's just not reacting the way he thought it would. But
just feeling the nerves, probably. Just probably hasn't been in an international competition in 6 months or more.
Yeah, good chance. And then you add in the team factor, the TV, the big crowd. It's a lot of nerves out there for sure. This lady got to be used to the nerves after that nerve-wracking final she had in the World Championship. Everything else seemed kind of easy after that, right?
Yeah. Shootout shots to win the world title.
She missed that one by a lot, but she got second prize. She definitely wasn't playing a two-way shot there. Just missed the ball. Oh, this looks good. 6 got a big bounce, but not bad to leave it far away, I suppose.
Yeah, there's still that pocketing play with the 7 and bringing the cue all the way up the left long rail. It's aggressive. Either player wants to take it, but the 7 is in a decent spot.
And she's going to have lots of angle on that 7 after the 6 ball here. So it might just work out.
Scary part. Oh, another miss. So
a little nervy out there from both players.
yeah, Syed, after a couple misses here, is going to have to regroup. Another tester.
It's the hardest thing about pool is you start missing. Usually keep missing because it's such a mental game. He's a super player, so I'm sure he can erase it quick and get back to work.
Not this one.
He played for lots of angle. I think he's going into it.
Because if you miss it, you should still be on the 8 because you should stay below it somehow.
Yeah, as long as you don't hammer it. Hit it at a comfortable speed. And you never really want to slam into these breakouts anyway. You want to hit it with some level of control.
Almost looked like he was ready to hit the ball there, the stroke before he hit it.
Yeah.
It's like he just kind of yipped out a little
That's
bit.
what I thought too. And he might have been ready to hit it on that stroke and wasn't really on the next one.
Huh.
And he hit this breakout shot, or attempted breakout, a lot harder than I thought he would. Just trying to leave it tied up, but he's not going to love his next shot.
So we can get behind the 10 here. Just got to make sure she can hit the 8 light enough. Should be fine.
Yeah, she might really freeze him up here. I mean, on TV, you probably think, why doesn't she just cut in the top left, break it out? But that's way too hard.
Yeah, not percentage-wise.
Yeah, I don't play percentage pool, and this is higher percentage. Although, all Sharik needs to do is hit this ball. And I mean, even if he gave up a ball in hand, I don't think it's that devastating. It's pretty tough to make the 8, break out the 9, and get on the 9. Control.
And even the safe options off the 9 aren't great. I mean, she'll be able to keep the 9 safe, but getting something in line with the 10 isn't real obvious. Cue ball would have to be in very small positions on the table. So she does have ball in hand.
I saw Sharik use the double the distance to measure that one, but then it looked like he added a bunch of left spin.
Yeah.
And slide to the rail is a big factor there too. The double the distance is a great measuring system, but you got to factor in the slide a bit. She's going to try to break this ball out. See where it ends up.
It's there. Good try.
Hard to get position from the breakout there, I think. Does she take on the bank in the side, Eric?
Too much cut, I think. It's similar to a lot of these safes that we've seen. We saw a couple from Syed. Just cut it down to the short rail. It's actually real thin to even get it to the short rail, but I think it's the best option here.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's a higher percentage.
Off the left side.
She's going to try to get under the 10 here.
Yeah.
This is really tough.
A little aggressive in my opinion.
I think she knows, like, worst case, the cue ball is going to be on the rail. And it's going to be really hard to get back to the 10. Did she get it on the rail, though?
And the thing about the standard lay the 9 in the middle of the short rail is that it was really thin. I think it was there, but if it was any slightly thicker, she would have played it for sure.
This is not bad. She's going to make him come with a big shot here.
Yeah, you can't play the side from this angle and the speed. So he's forced into something in the corner. It's going to take big speed to get back into the middle of the table enough. He is going side. This is tough, Ben. Corner. What a shot.
Wow.
Wow, redeemed himself nicely from some mistakes he's made.
Comes up a little short, but what a super stroke that was. One of the best shots we've seen this week. Break speed to pot that ball. Can he find a way to cut this in and capitalize? Even Aloysius over there just grinning ear to ear. He can't believe he hit it like that.
Tough shot clock winding down.
Yeah, and even on the shot before, the shot clock got him a little, but he managed to pull the trigger just in time. This one, I don't know if he had enough time to really measure it. Really make sure of it. I think he caught it so thin, he caught it on the way back out.
He did. Big shot for So in the first set here.
Yeah, this is not a hanger either, but from down 2-0, just to take a lead, this is a big shot.
It's there. World champion coming through for South Korea.
That was clutch. She clutched it there. That was not an easy shot.
So long rack, 8, 9, 10. We're always going to play a factor. They did. Syed coming with a real nice shot on the 9, but just getting a slightly too much cut angle on the 10 where it was missable. Wasn't able to get it down.
That's one of the best shots that I've seen all week. He just absolutely pounded in that 9. I feel a little unlucky to not get better position on the 10 with how good he hit it.
Yeah, couldn't have spun it. That's the only thing that would have sped the cue ball up a little more. Too much speed to try to put any right spin in that.
You know, it was hard enough to make the ball at the speed he played it, let alone add a little spin. You can forget about potting that ball. Well, now they need Charlene to win this game to force Aloysius Yap Hill. It's not the worst scenario to be in, because if they do win this game, Yap's going to have to break at Hill. Just need to steal one, but this young man looking pretty steady out there. One in the side, 2 ball is dead behind the 6. I'd say a good sign for them is that one ball's going in the side quite a bit.
Yeah, it looks like they're going with a similar break, similar speed, something they've practiced, and it's showing up in this match.
Never easy to play a push out at this level. The one playing the push usually at a big disadvantage.
I don't mind this one. It's in the 50-50 range. I think Singapore should get up there with Charlene.
Yeah, help her out, right? Yap should be out of his chair, just show her what to do here.
I totally think he should in this spot. I mean, you know, you can let her go in open table situations, but there, just give her a little bit of reassurance, if nothing else.
I don't hate her handing it back, but I thought thin off the left side of this 2 contains the 2. And then you just see if you can get the cue ball really long, maybe behind the 8. I don't think behind the 8, but you can get it long. Just going to use the 3. Look at this shot. How good is that?
Great shot.
I think she was supposed to shoot there.
Yeah.
But I'm with you on, I think, you know, Yap or Sharik should have tried to help her out.
Well, and it's not like they're not paying attention or anything like that. Obviously, they're paying attention, but they've just gone with a strategy that they're not going to help her. I have to assume, because if there was ever a spot where they should have, it was there.
Or maybe there's been times when I played doubles and I don't want to interrupt the player, so I just tell them, if they're not sure, then ask me.
Right.
You know, and don't be shy to ask. It's okay not to know what to do all the time.
Yeah.
So maybe they've discussed that before, or she's even told them, hey, just leave me alone, let me do my thing.
That's possible too, yeah. But like with the shot clock, you would even want Yap to be kind of standing behind her, and then she kind of turns around and says, I need help, because he's like so far over there, you can't waste any time.
Exactly. By the time you say, hey, can you come help me? He wanders over there. Now you need to use your extension.
Yeah.
She made a good hit there, but it's not going to reward her with any tough look for her opponent. So I think that's to close this match out if you can find a way onto this 4 ball. It's a long way back. Yeah. Try to juice it up with the side spin. I think he's going to get away with this behind the 4. Yeah, look at that. Didn't have to land there.
Look like coaches for the Korean team there.
Yeah, maybe.
Seated right in the second row.
I've always thought that's one thing pool is really missing. Is a coach. And every single other sport on the planet, you have a coach. You have a nutrition coach, physical coach, all the different coaches, right? Sports psychologist on your team. You got a little bit of everything. But in pool, we don't even have one coach. We're just out there trying to do it ourselves.
Yeah, just someone on your side, whatever it takes. People to even book accommodations, do all the little things. It just seemed like association supported involvement there.
Yeah, I would love if somebody would book my flights. I was on hold with WestJet for like an hour this week. Good. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Charlene with a good dart jump there. Got over the ball, just barely missed it.
Not
Came
easy
up
to
pretty
get
safe.
over that ball either, right? She did well just to get over it and hit the ball. She got a little reward with a safety, right? Didn't leave anything easy. This young man showed a nice touch, though. He's looking good out there. I haven't really seen him make a misstep other than, you know, he tried to power up that 3 and he missed it a little bit. That was a tough shot trying to get the cue ball all the way back. She's going to dart this one, too. She's pretty accurate with that.
Yeah, that one was still pretty close, so just borderline if players feel like they need to dart at a closer distance. See if she gets one with further distance if she is an always dart jumper.
That was really good. She only missed the pocket by a little bit there. She got another half reward, leaving a tough shot again. Does he play safe behind the 8 again? Looks like that's what he's trying.
Shot.
He's really got the speed figured out here. He's put her in jail again. Not jumping this time.
Singapore at a disadvantage here. One hand's going to lead to the 4 in the right middle.
Yeah, she really needs to hit this one.
You really got to spin it a lot off the right long rail if you go before the 10. Yeah, swerve even.
Yeah, so she's swerving. I don't know. This is tough. That was a lot to ask for. I think the other rail was better. The other side rail.
Too much speed. And again, obviously they're going with the no coaching. Yap never had any thought of getting up or helping her. That's just the strategy they're going to use. To play devil's advocate, I don't think it's the best strategy for them, just considering her level. I think she needs a little bit of guidance in spots.
Yeah. Yeah, and we saw it yesterday with Emil and then with Joshua, and it really helped a lot. I think if I could phone a friend every time to help me with the shot, it'd be Josh Filler, and what a luxury that would be.
For sure. And Yap, obviously, in that category, like, he's going to say things to her there, like, make sure you keep the speed down.
Yeah.
It's just hit it too hard. The amount of the right spin's just not going to catch at that speed.
Yeah. Yeah, he would have absolutely pointed that out. And he might have just told her to use the other rail. Oh, look at this. What a mistake. What a mistake. Can she punish him to get this hill?
Yeah, first real open table look for Charlene, so we'll see what her open table play looks like, but it's all there for her.
She's going to move a little bit from the 8 to the 9, but shouldn't be too bad.
Oh, she's running to the 6 immediately.
I think the nerves are real high out there right now. Neither one of these teams want to be the first one to exit.
She can go all in behind the 7 with the cue ball here. It's a little far away. Typically, you'd want to be moving the cue ball a little less if you're going all in. She might have to. But with more distance, safer shot. It's a good one.
Just a containing shot. Yeah, smart. She can't really go wrong. If she goes behind the 7 and doesn't hit it well, she's going to just completely sell out. This way, she's going to force her opponent into a good shot. I think he comes off the left side of this. 6 stays where the 9 is. Half chance to get the cue ball under the 8. Oh, the 6 didn't stay where the 9 was.
Too thick.
Yeah, he hit it wicked thick.
Second chance for Charlene here.
She just needs to pot this ball, level out the cue. Take the clip off the 7 and see what happens.
It's there.
Good shot. Really good shot. That was not easy off the rail like that. She did well. Didn't want to crash into the 9, but she's okay.
It's a little bit snooker-ish in her approach. They do play a fair bit of snooker in Singapore.
She's a little square over the ball. A little more square than most pool players. She come around for the side pocket here. She's just going to hold it up there off 2 rails. Well, this will work. I think she landed perfect.
Yeah, cue ball's moving to the left. She's smiling about it, how perfect she landed where she wasn't actually trying to get to that spot.
Yeah, the smile tells me I don't think she was trying to get there. Well, what a big shot in this match already. It's only set 1, but this is a big shot. And usually you would think that kind of shot's a guarantee, but not under this kind of pressure.
Yeah.
And Yap to break the Hill game in this first set. They're having a good battle here.
Not sure if he's won both his games so far. Take a look back on the match stats. Play by play. I think he has won both his games, man.
Some other scores from around the room. Team Japan took the first set against Team Poland. Team Philippines takes the first set against Puerto Rico, and they're up 2-0 in the second set. And on our other arena table, Team USA A up 2-1 in the second set and trailing 1-0. Yap to break. Let's see what he's got. I'm surprised he didn't break from the other side where we saw South Korea's one ball flying in. Let's see if his one ball will find the right side pocket. It does. And the 2 is getting kissed all over the place and behind the 10. I love the speed he hit that break at. He really didn't go into it with too much speed. He hit about medium and the 1 went straight inside.
Yap's played 2 games. He's won 1 of them, but the one that he lost was a break and run against, so he didn't shoot in that game.
Yeah, break and run. Yeah, I thought Ho-Jun broke and run out. Had enough to just slow roll into the safety. Good shot. Got some blockers there. The 8's in the way a little bit if you want to go to the other side rail. So only one rail, this bottom side rail is the only option.
3 rails is going to swing a little long. It's going to play into the 7 a little more. So I think 2 rails only is the option here. Cue ball won't go. Oh, what's that? No. Mess with that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm with you on that one, Eric. I don't know about that. And I guess he can't see this bottom rail around the 3. I thought he'd be using this bottom side rail.
This can work if he hits the bottom side of it. It should cut the 2 kind of near the 3 and ideally line the 2 up with the 3. Easier said than done, but that'll be the goal. I caught the 8. So, yeah, with the ball in hand opportunity to finish off set number 1.
Yeah. Good safety he played there. He blocked a lot of easy escapes. Earned himself this ball in hand. All the balls go, I think. Doesn't have to move anything. 4 and the 5 together. The 6 leads to the 7. Yeah, I don't see much stopping him here. But as good as he is, there's still a ton of pressure out there. Team pool's a different animal. Different kind of pressure than what these guys are used to. They play the whole year by themselves, playing for themselves. They play 1 tournament a year that's, or 2, maybe 3 at most, or team event. Yeah, Reyes Cup, Mosconi Cup, stuff like that. But
yeah, and Yap actually has experience in those in the Reyes Cup. He played this year.
Oh, he was MVP last year.
Right.
Should say the year before. In 2024, he was MVP. I think 2025 was AJ Manis.
That's right, yeah.
But yeah, I would think out of most of these players, he maybe has some of the most experience in the team event.
Under pressure.
Yeah, I don't know if you get much more pressure than that.
No.
That's a ton of pressure. Playing for your country is a different kind of pressure too.
That's right.
And I know Aloysius very patriotic.
Ooh, he caught a little swerve with the cue ball.
Yeah. That was a big mistake. I don't think he misses that one too much. He got super lucky to hide it behind the 10. That's a roll. You can chalk that one up as a good roll. But it's a free shot. If you're Ho-Jun, you're just loving this. You're hooked, and you got unlucky, but you got a shot when it looked like you maybe weren't going to have one.
Not going to get a rail.
No rail.
Big chance for Yap now.
Yeah, another ball in hand here.
Really connect the dots, just 8 to the 9.
Yeah, that's the only work is the 8 to the 9. Can't believe he didn't try to 3-foul him there, though. Just kidding. He is on, too. I always find it funny when you watch like really good players and they try to do that when the table's wide open like this, and you just think, oh, you're scared to run out, hey?
Or early combos or something.
Yeah, the combo. Little off angle here. He wanted to be straight in on this ball. Now he needs to draw to the side rail and back out. Can he pinch it?
Yeah, had to power up.
Oh, looked like a wild stroke from him, too. There's a lot of tip movement there.
He does that. He cues lower than he hits, and he drops his stroke down,
Yeah.
up and down through the angle. I actually do that, and very few top players do. It's nice to see a top player that actually does.
It did look similar to your stroke, yeah.
He drops it up.
Very effective for him. Landed a little flat on this one. He definitely has. He's getting to the 9.
Draw with a bunch of left, I think, is the only play.
Yeah, and take a thin cut.
But that's even if he can draw wide enough to the right. If he's straight, it's trouble.
Yeah, and usually you might cheat the pocket a little bit, create an angle, but not on these tight corners.
He'll try to go forward. Oh my goodness, he's fallen right in the pocket. Caught a little swerve on the cue ball, but 2 dead out chances for Yap in the Hill game, and he doesn't come through. And this is going to be trouble going forward in the match, because the other 2, I mean, Charlene's played okay, but they're relying on Yap to get the job done, and he just didn't there.
I think you maybe see that once in your entire life.
Yeah.
Where Yap is going to follow in a ball like that. Yeah, just a little swerve got him, right? And this to win the first set. After being down 2-0 in this set, this is a big win for them. He's got it.
Turn around in the first set and smiles for South Korea.
Unbelievable. You'd think Singapore would leave the arena now, but looks like South Korea going to run away. I think Eric and I will run away as well. We'll be right back, everyone. Don't go far. Looks like we got the 4 players back in the arena that we need. We're going to have some doubles.
So coming back in with her warm-up jacket on. She won't be playing this set. I'd make Korea a small favorite considering how the Singapore team played in the first set.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, even in the doubles, maybe in the mixed doubles, you'd think they're a favorite. Yeah. Yeah, especially with the way that last set finished. You know, Aloysius not feeling good about himself right now. Confidence maybe a little shook.
67% break success in the first set for Korea. All hitting a similar style break, getting the 1 going.
That's pretty high percentage for this format. Oh, he hit it way harder than before. I'm surprised about that. Did the ball roll on the side there? No. Looks like this 1 ball is on.
Let's go between the 4-5, coming back over for the 2. Any kind of contact on either of the balls will be real bad for position. Be precise here. Might be able to hold it, actually, Ben.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're right. I thought he had to go back and forth, too. No, he held it well. That was as good as he could do.
Actually overheld it. Gave Syed a little too much angle, but still comfortable coming back towards the 3.
Yeah, I can play above it from here, I think, with lots of right spin.
Show for the side.
Out. We've seen that time and time again. The rails are real bouncy, so it's shooting more towards that side than the players think it will. Load up enough right spin and draw there to avoid it.
A little bit more communication from Singapore already. Doubles.
I think you pointed out best in that first set was there was no coaching from Yap on a lot of those shots where I thought his teammates could use it. I think that's a big part of this team event is some of the coaching. We see it a lot from Team Norway. We've seen it a lot from the fillers.
Well, especially when your teammates are not necessarily as comfortable as Yap is. Even just giving them some reassurance. No? You know, overcoaching is a problem too, but just kind of getting up there with them and really making them feel like he's got their back.
Yeah, even just tell them they're playing the right shot. Yeah. Let's try to kiss this one off the 9 too. Yeah, he had to open the 9 there. That's a good shot. These two have played together in the past multiple times, World Cup of Pool teammates. So they know what they're doing out there. They know how to gel together. I think it's one thing I've really learned from playing team pools. You can have 3 of the best players or 5 of the best players, and it doesn't matter if they don't like each other. If they can't get along or if they just can't gel properly, doesn't matter how good they are. Bit of a reach here. Played right-handed shape. Yap's a lefty. Get the extension for the back of the cue. Shouldn't be a problem here. He can just come up the left side rail, or do you think he wraps this one around 2 rails to the other side of the 10?
It's close. It's really a preference shot, but I think maybe just a little too much angle to go over on the right side.
This is good because he'll stay above it. Good recovery here from Singapore after letting the last game slip. Looks like they're going to put the first game on the board here in the doubles. Having a laugh about something. I like it. Keep it light out there. A lot of times, just so much pressure. If you can't have a little fun, it'll get to you. I think it's important. Try to have a laugh. We'll have another match coming up after this one. We have another match at 3:30 Vegas time in the juniors, Junior Open. And then we'll have a match at 5:30 tonight, Vegas time.
Singapore with 50% break success in the first set. There's the one again.
Cue ball got kissed all over. I can see the two, but no available shot. Pretty easy safe, though, I think.
Yeah, behind the three here. Just wants to make sure the two's not banking into the four. Looks like he can avoid that. And the seven. I'm going to thread the two between those two balls.
Yeah, and he'd love to get close to this three and take away some jump shot possibilities, some easy one-rail escapes. So I see him play with a touch of inside spin, the little left spin, get closer to the three. He got close enough, he took away the jump. It's a good shot. Just the end rail one rail. Is that what he's looking at here, Eric?
Yeah, looks like, I guess the four is blocking it one way and the five is blocking it the other way.
It's tough off this rail. It wants to bend quite a bit to his right.
Shot.
Wow, what a shot. He nearly made the ball. He's going to get rewarded? I don't think so. The opposite of that. Same thing as ball in hand. Pretty much.
Yeah, three's not easy. Yap just had a close look down the line of the pocket angle down the side, shook his head, so running out of time. Kind of. Gotta pull off something fairly quick here. Gonna go on the side.
It's got to be the tightest pocket ever.
Well,
to this side. He's called something,
yeah, he did call the side. I was just gonna say, if it doesn't go, that was bad miscommunication there, but it does.
From here, it looks like there's just enough room to squeeze that in. Very good shot. That was not as easy as he made it look. That was a tight pocket.
Good start for Singapore now. Balls are all there for a two-game lead.
Yeah, they're looking good out there right now. This will be a timely little break and run. I suppose a good safety off the opener, but still good. Is he straight enough on this one to stay above the 6, or is he going below the 6? Looks to be straight enough.
Again, if they do get to a fourth set, it'll be Yap in the singles.
Yeah, I think the next match here would be the mixed doubles, and it's most likely going to be Sharik and Charlene. So they save Yap for the singles.
Yeah, because there is a provision that the male player can't play both doubles and the singles.
I think we'll see the same on the other arena table there. Similar after USA won the second set. We'll see Skylar and Savannah play the doubles. That way they save Shane for the singles.
This is better communication here. You know, just Syed knows this shot, but Yap just reassuring him. That's how it should be for Singapore.
Yeah, I like that. I think that little reassurance is important. Especially, like you said, if they're feeling a little bit nervous out there. Just going to help settle him down.
It's the whole pocket there, but he's good.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. He wiggled it in a little. But it's okay. This for 2-0.
And breaking. The Yap to break in rack number 3.
Really great turnaround here after letting the first set slip. And it wasn't one person, although you would remember Yap following in that 8-ball, but I think all 3 of them made a mistake at some point.
They did.
Cost them that set.
Charlene ended up winning her game after making 1 or 2 mistakes. Shriek made 3. Korea seems to be the more solid of the two, even though they're stuck in this set. Just haven't really had a chance in this set yet. But Singapore loosening up, getting the feel of the match. Half speed and not the best rack. The 4 railer is almost down. It's not.
Yeah, it looked like the rack was maybe just a little off that time.
That's the risk with that kind of speed.
They didn't open up as much as they usually do. You see the 5, 10, 6 kind of just stayed where they were.
Not sure how the 1 reacted, but you wouldn't expect it to be on this side of the table. If it did react properly, I think it might have just came straight back off the rack.
He's got enough to spin this one in and draw off the 7.
It's tight. Third look at it. Bring his teammate in for confirmation.
He says, you shoot it. I don't want to shoot it. I don't like it. You shoot it.
They do have the option of whoever shoots first.
Oh, I think I like Ho-Jun shooting this shot, whether he's playing to make the ball or safe, as it looks like he's playing safe.
Yeah, well, nice shot. Unless they just had some kind of tactical plan in mind. They rated Soa as the second best player on the South Korean team.
Doesn't need to hit this one, so he's just going to roll up to it nice and soft. I think they'd be okay if they didn't hit it. Ho-Jun kind of buried it in there and tied up the 2. He's going to get a hit here. Beautiful shot. Really nicely done.
Going to make a difference here if this ball's frozen, or referee Dave Pearson right on top of it. Hasn't indicated that it is frozen.
Yeah, which will tell us that it's not.
See if they can jam it in the corner if they want.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Can they jam it? They're looking close. Cue ball go into the 2 and break the 2 out.
Close call here as far as the hit.
Tight pockets too. You don't really want to try to jam this one too much, but why not have an option? What would be the alternative is the question. There's nothing much there.
He's got it. Use the full pocket, had to.
That's not a bad shot. Didn't really know where the 2 was going to end up, so they took a gamble, and it hasn't worked out horrible. Ho-Jun need to make a good shot here.
Cue ball behind the 3 is pretty high percentage, but I think he is going to go offense. Likely to create distance if he misses it.
Yeah, whether he overcuts or undercuts it, usually the 2 is going to end up back up table.
Great shot.
How about right in the heart? What a shot. With nice angle on the 3 to get to the 4. That was a great shot.
I have to drop the right long rail here. Cue ball could be playing a little long if he decides to go diagonally across. I think they are going to try to hit just before the side with a fair bit of left spin.
Yeah, I think if they just tried to come across, maybe the 9 is in play even a little bit. This looks good. This looks really good. Beautiful. Nice shot. That was not easy. Easy to overhit that one, underhit that one, freeze on the rail. All kinds of things could have went wrong. Land straight in on the 4. They would have been in big trouble. It's left the perfect angle here. Just slips by the 7. Looked a little worried for a second.
Cue ball's running into the 6 here. Hopefully for Korea it's running into the proper parts of the 6. Ideally he'll be wanting to push the 6 over the bottom left.
He maybe needs to stun it just a little to do that. I don't think he can roll it and do that. He stunned it too much.
Yeah, some soft draw play there. Follow wasn't good. Any kind of actual draw wasn't good. We're going to line the cue ball up with a 10 now. Maybe the 6 with the 10. Create distance either way.
Yeah, this way, if they don't get the safe, they're always leaving it a mile away, but this 9 might be in the way too. Good shot.
Played 2 balls there. Nice shot. Big shot here in the second set. South Korea favorites at the moment. A player of Yap's ability can find a way to possibly kick safe out of this.
Well, they were down 2-0 in the first set before they turned it around and won 4-3. It's going to trickle behind the 9, not quite.
Hojun and Ko have been pretty much flawless in the match. Not this one.
No. Caught it pretty thick there. That's a big mistake. That's going to most likely put them down 3-0 here in this set. Balls connect together too well to let this one slip, I think. Those sides are tight, so you can see him pay extra attention there.
Good stuff for Singapore here.
Always nice to have the 9 ball close to a hole to get to the 10. Makes life easy.
You can see Syed when he got into the double situation with Yap just felt more confident. They've played doubles before. Knows he's with a very strong partner who's going to shoot half the shots.
Yeah, he looks very comfortable. Starting to settle in a little, maybe, the Singapore team. Spears in the 10 for 3-0 Singapore in the second set. He says, don't grab the balls till the cue ball's done rolling.
Yeah, it's just that international experience that we were bringing up before. He's played in these tournaments, but maybe not a pro billiard series since they've been as picky about not picking out the balls out of the pockets.
Yeah, you gotta wait till that cue ball stops rolling. The referee will call a foul.
It's proper. I mean, it looks unprofessional for balls to be rolling around the table while the cue ball's still rolling, even if players know it's never going to scratch. It is a proper rule, just something that players have had to get used to. EPBF standards, we're used to kind of WPA, which is the EPBF as well, but call it North American standards, which they didn't take as much note on that before.
Oh, and I think it's super important to have the game become more professional like that if we're ever going to get it into the Olympics or, you know, grow it to a bigger stage.
Absolutely. It has to be uniformity in the rules. Not sure what the discrepancy is here.
Figure out whose break it is, I believe.
Likely.
But they haven't marked the score. So maybe just a problem with the scoreboard.
It'll be science break if they figure it out properly.
He just wanted to confirm with us too that it was 3. It is indeed 3-0 Singapore. And yeah, Sharik did a break here. Yeah, broke twice already.
Sharik just staying down on the break, kind of shooting at it, like 60% power. He's been successful with making the 1.
Oh, he way mishit that one. Came way across the 1.
4's down, though.
He has a laugh with the app. He says, how bad did I hit that one? And it worked out.
Ball's all spread in the middle here, so a lot of opportunity for safe when the balls are covering the middle of the table this much.
Yeah, he just puts it on the right rail somewhere and get the 1 ball headed down table. There's a giant wall of balls there to hide behind. I think he could call the bank into this low right corner of our screen, but it's not really going to go that close to there. Could go the other way off the left side of the 1, but I think it's risky from this distance. I've seen players drive right by it. The last thing you want to do is give up ball in hand after a break. You can see the 1. He did go off the left side. It was risky, but I think it was giving up a bigger reward. That's why he took it on. Played it nicely.
He'll favor 2 rails here, but he's got to make sure he hits the ball as well. So if he does catch it 1 rail, it's kind of even the thin side going in. Not bad.
Yeah, sometimes you get rewarded for hitting the ball. Looks like he maybe hasn't left the pot on the 1. You can certainly see the 1.
Yeah, if he has it in the left edge, he can cross the cue ball over to the left long rail and back towards the diagonal stack.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's looking at. So you look to see where the 1 is going. Oy. Got the double kiss. Way misread that one.
Hit it really hard too, Ben.
Yeah, like he was trying to stay with the cue ball up there, come back and forth across. But yeah, he hit it really hard. Much harder than I thought he needed to. That brought in the double kiss. He hits it a little softer, he's going to miss the double kiss. Nonetheless, good chance for South Korea to get in this second set. These short races to 4. This is not over yet.
Yeah, first look at open table play for South Korea in the second set. Three passes to the 5. Not quite straight enough to get through the angle, though, so going to draw to the left. Just hold it.
Wow.
Like there was more angle than that.
Yeah, he did well to hold it like that.
Just really lagged the 2 into the pocket there. Any speed as possible.
Can't hold it this time. Got a little inside spin on that one. Got perfect on this 5 ball though. Running for the extension here, I think.
Safety 8 pass in the left middle. If it does, they'll favor getting straight on the 7. There's other options if it doesn't. Pretty tight in the side, I think, Ben.
Yeah, I don't know about the side there. Probably draws back for the corner. I think it goes in the low right of our screen there. A little left from this view. Stunned underneath it. This is good. It's a good shot. Left his teammate in a place where all he needs to do is pot the ball. Don't have to move the cue ball far at all.
South Korea looking good to put their first game of the set on the board.
They need this one after letting the last game slip away. They're still in this set. Still with a chance. We've seen plenty of comebacks from 3-0.
Both smooth players. Stay nice and still over the ball.
Yeah, the head is super still. Very impressed. Great match going on table 1 there. Looks like Skylar and Savannah winning some games. It is 1-1 in the third set over there. Team Philippines up 2-0 over Puerto Rico. Poland up 3-1 in the second set and trailing 1 set. Some good matches going on there. We will have a losers and a winners round both coming up at 5:30 tonight.
Medium speed, 4-railer wanted to go. Rattles out. Chance for Singapore to win the set now. One ball is going to tend to trail off to the right here. Cue ball's not really going that far to the right, but I think he'll just play it. There's times when he can catch the 2 thick enough and still lay the 1 over the bottom left.
Yeah, I think from here it's hard for the 1 to get lost. It should be on the 1 next. Sometimes when the ball's close to the hole, it's easy for the first ball to end up somewhere funny, but I think the 2 is just far enough away. The 1 should stick around there. He's going to make the 2.
Yep.
Got away with it a little, double kissing it in there like that.
Perfect result with the 1.
Yeah, and the 3 leads to the short side of the 4. Nice and easy here. Not too much work left to be done. He had that extension in his pocket. He knew he was going to need it, but he was hoping he wouldn't.
Under Druid, and this is trouble for the 4.
Yeah, now he needs to play this with lots of right spin, and from that distance, you bring in the miss on the 3.
Well, even at that point, you can't. It's tough to hold it.
Yeah, and the spin doesn't really want to grip on the slippery rail anyway.
It's got to draw around for the combo. It's the only play.
I agree.
Maybe one rail up.
Yeah, but the combo's got to be next, I think. Can't stay under the 4 now. Not from there. He'll say, well, it's your fault, so shoot this tough shot. You asked for it.
Time for some makeup here.
He says, from where you left me on the 3, I thought you wanted this combo. High percentage with the 8 close to the pocket there and close to the rail. I think he makes it.
Yeah, got to find a good window between the 7-9 with the cue ball.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to hold it on the right side of the 9. That's when you miss it.
Good. Big roll, though.
He got away with one there. Well, we saw South Korea with a couple of good rolls in the first set. Usually evens out. If not in this match, maybe next month, next year, but it usually evens out.
Except for Earl Strickland, right?
Yeah, of course. No, he's got the worst luck of all time of any player ever. I love his interviews. He's a good entertainer.
Yeah, Korean Billiard Federation there, I think the KBF on their jackets.
Coaches, they brought coaches. I mean, there's enough prize money up for grabs here. You could pay a coach. You could give the coach 10% or something like that of your winnings, and they might make $4,000. It's worth coming for the trip.
Yeah, I think it's just government funded based. It's probably.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about that. Yeah, lots of these countries have good support from the government and from the federations helping them out.
Yeah, you can see the KBF logo on Yap's. Pardon me.
Hojun shirt.
Hojun shirt. Yeah.
2 rails around. Is he going to get perfect? It looks like he is. Another chance to close this one out for Singapore. Get to the 3rd set, which will be a mixed doubles.
And you would make South Korea a favorite in that mixed doubles. So
the world champ.
Yeah, this one that Singapore needs to get. They want to run into the 10. See how thin he came up here. A little bit of worry on Syed's eyes.
I think he got a little lucky there to kiss that 10 and still end up above the 6. Could have went all wrong there.
Take some left spin to slow this one down and tighten the angle a bit. Right spin, pardon me.
Perfect. Hit that one sweet. Nicely done to get the cue ball off the rail, too. Wouldn't have been hard to end up on the rail there. Got a nice bounce.
There's the Predator mascot.
Junior mascot. You see it on the arena board at the top of your screen there as well. Saw a couple people, they bought one of those and got it autographed. I thought that was a cool idea. A whole bunch of autographs on it.
Doing his best to avoid the side here. Go for the speed.
Did he get there?
Just there.
Yeah, only just. Still adjusting to the tables, I think. Aloysius coming from PLP would have been played on a much different table.
Yeah, and particularly when you play that many hours under different conditions, your brain is just wired one way. Probably had 15 or so matches in that tournament. It's there.
Yeah, and they're going to steal this set. This will guarantee a fourth set, which is nice for Yap. He knows he's going to get a chance to get this to Hill no matter what happens in this doubles match. Can force a shootout. It looks like players are going to leave the arena for a second, so Eric and I will take a small break as well. We'll be right back, everyone.
Players are back for set number 3. Set number 3 is going to be a mixed doubles. Syed and Charlene up for Team Singapore. Soa and Ko up for Team South Korea. Both teams saving their strongest male player for the men's singles in round number 4. If it will come down to that, because we're at 1 set apiece.
Yeah, guaranteeing a 4th set here. Big for, I think, Team Singapore, being that they are slight underdogs in this doubles match, you would have to think, on paper. One ball misses the side, but the 9 gets kissed in, and the 1's going to dress up. A little thin, but playable. Everything to one side of the table there. You see that a lot when they break from the side rail.
Doesn't want the cue ball to come back behind the 8, 2 rails across. Doesn't necessarily have to get close to it. Can play the 2 in the bottom left if she wants. There's the whole pocket, but got there.
Yeah, with a little angle to come towards the 3, this isn't so bad.
Has to draw the cue ball between the 3 and the side pocket.
Yeah, I gotta flirt with the side pocket just a little bit here.
It's there. Wanted to be straight. Gonna have to run the cue ball into the 4 now.
Yeah, and that's gonna make getting to the 5 a little tougher. Can't really have too much control on what they're gonna have on the 4.
Only wanting to run into the middle of the 4. It actually looks like it's playing in the left side of it, which is negative for pushing the 4 towards the 8. See what she does here.
Yeah, it doesn't lay nicely, that's for sure. She tried to hit it to the thick side and missed the pot.
Yeah, she knew if she got into the middle of the pocket there, she was going to get even more into the left side of the 4. Still have to make the ball, though. Mistake from Singapore.
I think this ball goes rail first.
Yeah, they're not looking on that angle, though. Too much of a swerve.
Yeah, and just reaching too much as well is a factor. If you had to use the rest when you're going to swerve it, you can forget about it.
Trying to hit the top side of the 3 here. Trying to get the 4-8 involved with the cue ball.
Yeah, 2 rails into the top side of the 3. Get some separation, maybe get some cover.
I was going to say, I don't really like spinning it as much as she was, and she spun it too much into the second rail. Came off too sharp into the 3rd angle.
Yeah, I agree, Eric. I think she had to just find a better line and forget about the spin as much. Maybe a little bit of spin, but not too much. Looked like she loaded it up there.
1.5, almost 2 there.
Yeah, almost 2 tips. This is still not easy, though. The 5-6 is going to be a problem. They're on the correct side of the 4. Somewhere near middle table would be good, I think, for the next shot. And then they'll have to just run into the 6.
Yeah, never going to be able to get straight enough on it where you can avoid running into it, and too much angle to hold below it.
Charlene put a great stroke on that ball. That was good. She had some good power there to get it back closer to middle table for Sherry to have a chance here at bumping this 6 with some control.
It's even thin enough where it's a little tough to draw it enough. What is that called? 3 rails around, I guess. Just safe. Doesn't feel like you can draw it enough into the 6. Surprised, though.
Yeah, I'm surprised, too. I think you got to take a gamble sometimes. You can't always have full control, but 10 ball was big there. I was surprised he tried that. And let's say you get it safe. I mean, maybe they just jump it in anyway, or they kick it back safe at you. Sometimes you got to shoot if you have a chance.
Yeah, I agree. You have to be more aggressive there. cut it. Too low behind the 8 now, I think.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And they might be able to get the 5 going a little safe too. Yeah, mostly about the 8. It's Yushiri point where he would like her to put the cue ball back where it is now.
All in on the bank.
That's surprising.
One time choosing to go aggressive and one time choosing to go defensive, and it was the opposite of what we thought. Not saying we're right, but just interesting that it turned out like that.
Yeah. I wonder if they thought there was more of a two-way happening there. But hitting the 5 that hard, there's no way to control where the 5 ends up. So
you're not guaranteed to get position on the 6 either from where the balls were.
Exactly.
That was very aggressive.
Yeah, I thought too aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, how's that shot?
Nice shot. Soa coming with a great shot there.
That was a super shot. To back cut that ball in and get some kind of position on the 6, that was nice. Really nice. He's going to come across the top side of the 7. Angle plays nice for that. He should be okay. How do you think it feels playing with the world champ out there? Got to be some kind of experience for him.
I like how both South Korean men hit the ball. I think they're have to have a double check on their Fargos, but they're easily over 750. I would say.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Little straight-ish on this one, but I think he's got a touch of angle going to the left. So he could go forward or draw it back. I think he draws it.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's inch perfect straight in on the 10. You know, I think this match has got a really good chance to go to a shootout. Because you got to put Yap as a small favorite in the singles, and you got to put Korea as a small favorite in this doubles, and that gets it to set 5 with the shootout.
Yeah, I think South Korea is a little bigger favorite in the doubles than Yap is in the singles, but Yap is just wins matches at such a high percentage rate. You got to make him a pretty big favorite too. So.
Well, and then especially under pressure,
right?
Which there's going to be lots of pressure on that 4th set for both players. But Yap may be the best to ever deal with the pressure.
That's right.
Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it. All those events he won last year.
Going from the middle. First break from the middle we've seen.
Interesting choice. They must have had a little discussion during the timeout.
Oh, look at how it makes a difference too.
I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can break from there. Because the balls aren't going in anyway when you break from there. And then you risk the scratch and you put the 1 over the hole. And the ball's just open super wide up. And like, at least if you break from the side rail, they tend to tie up more, a bit more moving.
And not to pick on any player, but you would think that if they got into some kind of tactical battle, Charlene would be the weak link.
Yeah, and so South Korea should want the tactical battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of the top players breaking from the side, and it's always one thing I told myself was if Shane can't figure it out from the middle, then how am I gonna?
Fedor too.
Yeah, Federer, Joshua, yeah, the list goes on. Those guys have like huge breaks. They hit it so great, and if it's not working for them, it's never gonna work for me.
So Charlene a big angle here. Might go through it.
Yeah, he looked at two different options there. It was a side or leave her the big angle. And I think he asked her, is the big angle okay? And she said no. Or she said yes. Looked like he was powering up to go forward there.
Yeah, it did. He was kind of cueing it high.
Key shot to the rack here. This one. She can get this down in position on the 5. Everything else lays nice.
She's got it. She's holding up okay, Ben.
Yeah, she's playing real great. Not many mistakes at all. Everything else is there. Nothing much to do. A little bit of cue ball movement, but the balls are laying real nice here.
6 to the 7 is probably going to take a draw. It's not a good line, though. Ball right back to where it is.
Yeah, it's okay to have angle on the 7 to get to the 8 in the side after. Reaching a little and on one foot here, maybe. Both feet on the ground. Stay in balance. That's always good. As long as you're not reaching too much.
Good hit.
Yeah, she even used one side of the pocket to get the cue ball a little closer to the 7 and less angle on the 7.
Yeah, side can go one rail here for the side. Corner even is more into the angle.
Yeah, I don't hate the corner from the small angle he's on here. The side's good. This can be the problem with the side pockets, though. You land on the wrong side of town, and now you're traveling lots. You land on the wrong side playing the ball in the corner, you're not traveling far at all. Should be okay, though.
Yeah, just got to avoid the 10 coming back towards the 9 here.
And it's actually a big ball from there.
Oh.
Going in and coming out. That's kind of a big ball from there.
Well, Syed's going to have to pull one off here. 4 rails around.
Yeah, no safety here. Just cut the ball in. Send the cue ball around. Don't have to worry too much about position. You just got to pot this ball. I'd never say 4 rail shape is natural, but it might be here.
Yeah, you can hit this ball with straight high.
That was the sound of Team USA winning set number 3. Good comeback there from them, now leading 2-1. Going into the singles match with SVB, got to put him as a massive favorite.
He's got it.
What a shot.
Cue ball's fine.
What a great shot that is.
Okay, 1-1 in the second set now.
And I thought maybe the clapping would distract him there. They were clapping on from the table behind them. It didn't bother him at all. Good focus from Sharif there.
It'll be Charlene to break in rack number 3 for Singapore.
I like how the player on Korea not playing has the warm-up jacket on. It is a little cold in the arena here.
Yeah, they've both done that. So headed on second set. Well, Charlene is pretty strong on the pocketing. Might be a little bit lacking on the positional play and tactical, but that's just being a strong pocketer is valuable in doubles. Stronger player can always bail you out a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. And we've seen it before where maybe she didn't know the tactical side well, but the stronger player can show her the tactical side.
Yep.
So they have to fill out a lineup. Okay. I was curious about that. They do have to fill it out on paper. Who's playing? Dry break, but she sure spread them out nicely.
Yeah. Cue ball behind the 10 can work here. Soa taking the lead as far as possibilities.
Yeah, I like your call there behind the 10 because the 5 is going to be big, and worst case you're going to leave the 1 kind of in the middle of the table and the cue ball near the end rail. So even if you don't get cover, it's okay.
Speed looks good. How's the angle?
Looks like he's going to get cover. Yeah, what a shot. Sure, he taps the table in appreciation of a great shot there. How do you escape this one?
I think it might be there to go just before the side pocket down to the short rail and 3 rails around. If anything, it's playing a little tight. It's possible. Gotta miss the 7 coming off the second rail.
Yeah, the 7 might be a little big there, but do they have another option? Is there something to the end rail with spin?
There is. This is better.
Still gonna miss the 7. Wow, what a hit. Not quite as good as ball in hand, but pretty straight in.
Yep, just accept the cut on the 2 here.
Yeah, definitely can't get any better on the 2, so just a stop shot.
Two rails across now for Ko.
Just gonna watch the 10 ball a little bit here. Gets a big bounce off the second rail. It can go underneath that 10. Maybe trying to hit it at proper speed so it can't get there. Looks pretty good. Beautiful speed.
Yeah, a few stop shots involved in the next 5 shots. Stop from the 4 to the 5, stop from the 5 to the 6.
Yeah, the 6 to the 7 going to be a stop as well, and then 7 to the 8's the only work in this rack, really. Anytime you can play those stop shots or just a little soft draw, the game becomes a little easier.
Yeah, it's a privilege in rotation. There's so many times when you're forced to move the cue ball, but when you see outs like this, you just kind of feel thankful. Too much angle going to the right, so she's got to go to the left long rail, but that'll be fine.
Yeah, and shouldn't be tempted by the side pocket on the 6 there. I think just clear the 9 and play the 6 in the corner. She is going to the side. Well, if you can spin it over there, I suppose it's not bad. As long as you land perfect, which she did. Get on the wrong side of that 6. Cue ball going towards the 9 might have been trouble. She says, how about right where it is now? Can you get back there? Straight in would be okay. The draw is so grippy on these tables. I kind of like trying to get it back where it is now.
They did.
It's a good shot.
Straight enough here to come straight back.
Yeah, you watch her just barely touch this and the draw is going to fly. It's easy to get lots of draw on these tables.
Asking about the choice of side or corner.
Yeah, another decision to make, and I think again it's the corner. Get funny on that side pocket shot, and you're trying to hit it with power, and that's no good. Rattle it a lot. Let's roll this one in. Oh, he does play the side again. They're fooling me.
Well, especially with these side pockets too. Like, he got just good enough where it's high percentage, but gotta consider times when you're not going to get perfect.
Oh, she's got to put it right in the middle here. It's going to rattle. Can't play it off the outside horn. Exactly in the middle.
Good rack for Korea. Taking the lead back now after losing the first game of the second set. Third set, pardon me.
So we will guarantee a 4th set here. The Ho-Jun versus Aloysius Yap, because same player can't play in both doubles and then the singles.
If Korea is to win this set, that'll be a bit of a mental let off for Ho-Jun.
Yeah, he'll have a little cushion. He's not going to want to use it, but it'd be a lot less pressure than if they lose this set.
For sure.
And he's trying to beat Aloysius Yap just to get a shootout. It's tough. And I would think as the match and as the tournament goes on, Yap's only going to get stronger out there. Start adjusting to the table. Confidence will start rising. He'll be tougher to beat as the moments go on. One ball on the side.
Oh, they want the kiss on the
kiss
two.
Brutally.
They were straight in. Now in a pushing situation.
Yeah, that's a pretty unlucky kiss because she hit the break really great. One ball straight in the side. Had nice control of the cue ball. Just unlucky. 7 flying around. Push out for sure here, though.
I like where they're looking. Challenge the other team. If it comes back to you, you got a chance to make a good shot.
Yeah, I like these kind of push outs. Often we're trying to push to a jump or a kick safe or something like that, but if I can push and challenge them to a shot, I love that.
Especially with tough position, obviously, which this one is.
I like going at this ball, though. I think the safe is just as tough. Yeah, so they put them back in.
Yeah, I think the best way to get position is running into the 9, which won't guarantee position on the 3. But we'll see what Soa can come up with here.
It's likely to run through the 9, carry through the 9. It's unlikely it would stop on the 9 with the speed it's going to have. Assuming she cuts this ball in.
She did try it, man. I could tell by the speed she hit it at.
Oh, she hit it super thick, too. Maybe the little bit of left spin deflected on her. They're using wood shafts over there.
Yeah.
Definitely not going to have that small deflection or zero deflection like the Revo, which helps on those kind of shots. I'm trying to play a little spin. Especially at speed, I find these low deflection carbon shafts are just super handy. It's the soft, slow spin that can be a little tricky with the carbon.
Coverage here for Singapore.
You play with carbon as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best things to happen to the game of pool in a long time. I played with wood shafts forever, and they were, making new technology, and it was made out of 65 pieces of wood or something, but the carbon is just a game changer. It's just got effortless power, and draw shot became way easier.
That's the biggest thing for me. More power with less effort.
Yeah, which increases the accuracy. Now you can, pay more attention to potting the ball. Thin one here. You got to hold this cue ball a bit. It wants to track towards the 10-8.
This ball.
And I think her mind was maybe on that. Made her miss the ball.
I haven't seen too many missed balls overall. The very early going first 3 games, there was a few, but since then, there's been pretty accurate on the pocketing. So throwing in a miss here. I don't know if Charlene's missed any.
She's been pretty straight, yeah. And once again, tricky little pot. Tough control of the cue ball, and she deals with it like it was no problem at all.
Yeah, she plays above her Fargo, slightly above. I'd put her closer to 700.
Absolutely, I agree.
Only has 500 games in the Fargo system.
So definitely underrated. 500's not a lot of games. He's going to leave her pretty straight in here. That's not what he wanted. This is where we were just talking about. The carbon would really help her here. Just draws the ball super easy. Let's see if she can power up the draw with the wood shaft here.
Shot. It's holding up real well, Ben.
Yeah, is she ever? Yeah, and Sharik taps the table. He's happy. She just bailed him out. Yeah, she's looking great out there, for sure.
So he doesn't want to end up straight on the 7 here. Kind of hitting the second and third rail is going to kind of kill the cue ball into position. Got to be careful on this one.
Yeah, I like using the second rail, side rail.
He has to, but the way the cue ball is playing back is just going to end up straight a lot. It loses so much energy off the second rail there.
It does end up straight. I can't count how many times I ended up straight in on this ball with no way to get to the 8. I'm sure you'll recognize that.
Yeah,
the point.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's got angle at least. They have some angle.
I was trying not to hit it even hard enough to go to the third rail to avoid getting straight.
I think I liked going to the third rail there with a bounce off it, but maybe the angle wasn't, overly conducive of that.
Caught a little thick in the pocket, so we're going to lose the cue ball speed, but they're still on it.
Yeah, and maybe, not worrying too much about the cue ball is helping them a bit here. Just pot the balls.
So I had made a nice 9 early in the set.
It's a big shot here. It's a long one. To a tight pocket. Shot clock, a small factor there, but he dealt with it.
Just there.
Oh, this is quality stuff from Singapore in this out.
Yeah, Chai's really held her own.
Yeah, I've been very impressed by Charlene's game here. Even just shots like this, she's landed perfect. Which has got to be nice for Sharik out there. He's obviously taking notice. His teammate is playing really, really great. Takes a little pressure off the positional shots, knowing you don't have to get her perfect every time. 2 apiece in set 3. What a great battle these two teams are having.
Yeah, turning out to be fairly even. And Singapore always wanted to get to the 4th match with a chance for Yap to close it out. And looking good for that to happen now.
Obviously, he would love to see them win this doubles, and then he's got a chance to finish it off. But worst case, they lose it. He can still force a shootout. We will have another match shortly after this one, 3:30 Vegas time. The juniors doing battle is going to be Savannah Easton versus Albert Januarta on table 1. Guaranteed to be a good match, that one.
Teams still left on the winner's side are actually winners qualification matches. Germany versus Hong Kong. Vietnam versus Great Britain. Austria versus USAB. Spain versus Chinese Taipei. So some of the favorites holding through, but some on the loser side too, Ben.
Crazy to see. We saw Poland play a really good match yesterday against Philippines, and then they lost the next match to Austria 3-0.
Yeah, odd one there. Austria is one of the better teams in the tournament, no doubt, but
we wouldn't pick them losing 3-0.
No.
We'll have those matches, those winner side matches at 5:30 today. Looks like on table 2, this table we're watching now is going to be Team Britain versus Team Vietnam, and on table 1 will be Austria versus USAB. It's at 5:30 Vegas time. Dry break here from Singapore, and a look at the 1 for South Korea to open this 5th rack of the 3rd set. Balls lay nice here too. As soon as they play this combo, it's going to clear the path for the 3.
Yeah, I think they'll try to hang the 2 on the side here. Option to take it up to the top right, but safer in the side.
Yeah, I like it just super soft and leave it right over that side pocket.
Oh, got in between. This is no good.
Yeah, you can count that as a mistake. Positional error. Maybe a safe using the 4-9.
Yeah, running into the 9 would leave the cue ball behind the 4. There's not much else. Well, there's other options, but I think that's the simplest one.
He's looking like he's going to cut it in. Oh, that seemed asking a lot. And look where the cue ball is anyway.
Yeah, no good with the cue ball. Lucky with the result on the 2. Saya can go behind the 10 here. Pardon me, Charlene's gonna be first up here.
Yeah, sure, he broke dry, so she has to shoot this one.
Yeah, see there, you don't have to stun that ball. You can just follow that ball, and she didn't recognize it.
Yeah, with just lots of right spin, it would have worked.
Yeah, stunned away from it. Never going to be as consistent with the cue ball.
A little fortunate to bump the 5 and keep the 2 there. She can make this combination, though. Doesn't matter where the 2 and the cue ball ends up after. Who knows? Could be flying. Is she going to play the billiard? Cue ball onto the 5?
I don't mind it.
Where does the 2 end up, though?
Kind of near the 10. If you can even bank it near the 9-10, you could play it in the bottom right.
He's coming on that line towards the 10. She's going to try to hold it for the side.
Good shot.
That's a really good shot. Yeah, it's not a bad result either. Can work this out. Shot there. He's been super smooth over the balls. Playing really well. Very impressed.
So has the drawback for the side here. If she ends up underdrawing a little bit, the 8's blocking the left middle.
Yeah, at least you can take that out of your mind while shooting this ball. Should help her keep her eye on it a little longer. Love.
Good finesse draw there.
Yeah, did she get far enough, though? They might have to take a long shot on the 6 now, and that makes getting to the 8 a little tougher. So do they maybe use the 10 to hold the cue ball?
Yeah, draw around 2 rails might be there. Just depends on the exact amount of angle. It's a similar shot to the last one. Completely different angle, but same hit. Yeah, she kills the ball real nice with that low cueing.
Good shot. Just above this 9 ball here. Should be 3-2 South Korea in a minute.
Yeah, I'm impressed with these Korean men. They've been right on the ball throughout the 3 sets.
Not many mistakes from either team, really.
A few from Singapore in the opening set. Singapore somehow took advantage in the second set. I feel like Korea still played good there. The third set's been high quality.
And we will get Ho-Jun playing Aloysius after this in a singles match. Imagine the teams will probably take a little 2-minute timeout. They are allowed a timeout after every set. Let's see if he takes a little speed off. Stand down on the ball here. Or if he just goes full power again. He broke from the middle last time.
Yeah. Only one attempt and out on that one after the scratch.
Hasn't been working. This break shot at that power. I don't think you play the kick safe here. I think you could push to the kick safe. But I don't think you just take it on right away. It doesn't lay that nice to stay behind the 2.
I'll just say it one more time. I'm surprised the app's not coming out and helping. There can't be a stipulation that if he's not in the match, he can't help coach. He must be able to. It's always been like that.
Oh, we've seen it with the other teams, like Emil with Team Norway getting out of the chair all the time.
When he's not playing. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Yap just taking a back seat as far as the coaching here.
He's not even watching the table. Is he going to play the 6 here? I never really contemplated this, but I suppose it lays not bad. One rail kick onto the 1 to play the combo.
Shot.
Very good shot. My first thought was it just doesn't have a bigger reward because of where the 3 is, but you can always find some kind of safe on the 3 later on.
If she's able to hold this key ball up the right long rail, there could be a 2 rail angle back to break out to 3-4. It'd be aggressive, but not going to get around it. It's still there, actually,
It is,
Ben.
yeah, it is, but it's thin.
And can he get the cue ball going enough to the left without missing the 9?
I think so.
Yeah.
But it is like lots of left spin. If you catch it too flat, it's going to go towards the bottom right corner.
Got too tight.
Yeah, I went too tight around it. Probably worst case scenario.
I was worried about going too long.
Yeah, me too. Me too. You really wrapped it out of that corner nicely. I think the shot clock was a big factor there again, too. Sharik, not the fastest player.
Yeah, I'm just not used to playing under shot clock conditions as much as some players.
30 seconds isn't very long. I mean, when I watch pool on TV, I think 30 seconds plenty of time. But it's not. It's not much time at all.
Yeah, particularly on shots where there's more options, right? You know, if it's a straightforward shot, you'll be okay with that amount of time, but it's something you have to really play a lot of matches under and get used to.
I think she called the bank there because she had kind of a big pocket with where the 7 was. Maybe able to play it in off the 7, but she missed it.
High percentage safe here, and Soa recognizes it. Yeah, I mean, she could have been pointing towards the 4 there because she's trying to think about how she's going into it.
And it's kind of a two-way shot anyway. You know, if they miss the 3, most likely behind the 4-5, but certainly trying to make the 3.
Did end up playing safe in the end.
I think she called the 3 in case it skidded or something, right? A good save too. Not sure.
Yeah, advantage South Korea here. Seen a lot of players using this measuring system over the course of this term. It's the first time I've seen so many players use it. Typically, you'd use it if you're trying to kick the 3 in just off the right long rail, but I've been seeing them use it all over on these 1 rail kicks. You know, when it's that far away, speed's going to affect it a lot. Any kind of spin, which you would know relative to the measuring system, but I don't know. Just seen like 3 or 4 players using it. Of course, it's a good guide. I'm just wondering how valuable it really is in the end.
I think you said it best with that word exactly, was it's a guide. You can't fully rely on it because the slide of the rail, the speed, there's so many factors.
And then you're cutting into your shot clock time because it takes about 10 seconds to measure that out. Like, for sure, there's no balls on the table right now to demonstrate the one I'm talking about, but say you had to kick the 4. That's 4 is not even the proper ball, but I think everyone knows what I'm talking about, like a short kick into the corner. It works there because the ball's so close to the rail.
Yeah, when it's close, yeah. But when it's so far away, but I have seen Shane loves to use that. Double
sure.
the distance.
Yeah.
And Chris Melling might be one of the best players to ever kick at the ball, and he uses it all the time. But Shane loves it. I see Shane use it all the time.
On the short ones all the time,
Yeah.
Well, Korea in control here.
Yeah, chance to close out this third set and guarantee themselves a shootout. This is a big out here. These last 4 balls, super important. Just being able to guarantee that shootout, you know you got a chance, and you know it has nothing to do with the rack or anything other than it's in your own hands.
No straight, but straight back will do if there's no angle going to the left. Looks like it will be straight back.
Yeah, just a foot back would be fine, but she's asking for about 2 feet.
Good enough.
Yeah, that's fine. This is good. Lots of angles fine. She could wrap this one with low left spin. Little bounce off the third rail. Coming straight at the 10.
It's there. They're going to be perfect on the 10.
Yeah, this will do it. What a great shot there to get close and straight in, and made this 10 unmissable to win this set.
So Korea taking a 2-1 lead. Reminder, we're playing best of 5 sets here. If we tie at 2 sets each, we'll be going to a shootout. And next up for Team Singapore will be world champion Aloysius Yap and Taeyun Hojun.
Yeah, it's going to be Hojun. He's going to play to try to close this match out. And if Yap can win, we'll go to a shootout.
Take a 5-minute break here, and we'll be back for set number 4. players back in the arena. Going to be Kwan to break first.
Yeah, Singapore won the leg, so they broke in the first set and the third set. Kwan going to break set number 4. Ho-Jun to break.
It's a breaking run in the match so far.
He's been breaking better than the other 5 players, in my opinion. But that break and run, he did get a little fortunate on the break. I think the cue ball was going straight in the side. He kissed the one.
I remember.
Still had to get out after that, though.
Cut it a little bit this time. Big power and a cut.
I think
7 balls below the first 2 diamonds here.
I think he got a bad rack there, Eric. Didn't look
Didn't
like it.
cut though.
Yeah, it didn't look like it opened up as much as some of the other ones I've seen. Impossible to get the balls completely tight, perfect every time.
Yap has an aggressive kick safe off the short rail.
Yeah, the one over the hole, it's so hard to push out. So he needs to try something here, I think, or push to a jump, but you hate to do that. The ball over the hole. I think you're right, Eric. Kick safe off the side of the one. Try to get the cue ball down table.
Gonna attempt Kwan into the same shot.
That's fair. But if I'm Kwan, I'm thinking, well, he didn't like it the first time. Why would he like it this time? Didn't really change anything. I make him shoot it.
I think you got to go here. Yap's just too strong.
That is a big factor, you know, playing your opponent. People say all the time, play the table, play the table. Now you need to recognize there's a person in that other chair and they'll punish you if you do something stupid. Sometimes I look over, they don't have their jump cue out. I think, okay, I don't need to get quite as tight on this safety, you know. Maybe they don't jump at all.
Yeah, I think the recognition here is that Yap is just so good at every part of the game. He's likely to get this exact type of hit, but he didn't get cue ball behind anything.
Trying to get around the 8 there. I think he caught it a little thick. Didn't really sell out, though. He's going to force Ho-Jun into playing a good safe back.
Yeah, 3 rails behind the 4 will work here.
Yeah, I agree. And the 1 might even go behind the 8. It does lay pretty good for that.
Too long. He just got past the 9.
Yeah, I thought he was going into the 9 too. That's a really good shot he played there. Got good length. Took away the jump. With the 8 covering the 1, so that was handy. Aloysius came to the table with his jump cue, hoping the 8 wasn't in the way. He's going to have to kick this ball.
2 rails, I think, then. Underneath it.
In behind it. Yeah, because if you go 1 rail into it, nothing good can happen other than making the ball. So I think you're right. I think it's 2 rails in behind it. Kind of looks like the 1 rail angle. Oh, he spun it lots to get it there. What a touch he put on that ball.
No rail, though.
Yeah, just took the rail first. Good safety from Ho-Jun.
Whoa, the ref should be on top. There's no reason for him to be looking at both players. It's no rail.
Definitely no rail. Yeah.
Wow, you can't.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aloysius said, yeah, it's foul, yeah.
Ref's got to step in there and just make a call. No reason to look at both players. I mean, maybe he didn't know for sure and just looking for some confirmation. But right call's made in the end.
Yeah, as long as they get it right in the end. That's where I really love the video, too. I think, you know, the ref can't get it right every time. They're going to miss some stuff. So having a video, like if you need to go to the replay there, they could. And then I think you always get it right when there's a replay. Everybody can figure it out. I feel like this is a big moment for Ho-Jun already in this set. If he can just get his nose in front and put a little doubt in Aloysius' mind.
No doubt, their tournament's resting on the strong play of Yap here.
Yeah, tournament on the line. Yeah, tournament life. is good. He wanted lots of angles. Okay, he can come across the other side rail, a little bounce.
He's going to be able to get around the 6 off the 4. Just going to have to miss the 7 off the second rail.
Yeah, he doesn't want too much angle on the 4. That's going to be the trick here. Yeah, not looking too bothered out there. Looking pretty focused. Just wait for his chance. Uh-oh.
They want to hit the 9, and it's lined up directly with the 4.
It's a big mistake early in the match. Early in set 4 is a big mistake. And we did learn a little something about the rules here. You're not allowed to coach unless you're in the match. So in the doubles, they can coach each other, but this is the reason we haven't seen Aloysius get out of his chair as much to coach the other 2 players. He's not allowed to unless he's playing in that specific match.
Yeah, and obviously the singles, the player's out there by himself.
Think softly into this one. Lots of good things can happen. Oh, he split the 6-10. Bit unlucky there because he contained the 4 on the other side rail quite well. So it was going to be hard to sell out a shot other than scratching.
Yeah, it's a big favorite in rack number 1 now.
Yeah, and these great players with momentum, super tough to stop. That's the sound of SVB bringing it home for Team USAB.
After losing the first set, came back 3 sets straight.
Not just losing the first set, they got whooped in the first set, 4-0. Mike told me they ran 3 racks from the break in that first set.
Wow.
3 breaking runs. But Shane does Shane things, gets the job done.
Comfortable position here for Ya.
Can use a little bounce here, doesn't want to land straight in. He's just okay.
Yeah, probably gonna have to take the cue ball across from the 9 to the 10. It's all right. Standard shots here for Ya.
He's so good at pocketing. Wouldn't be a problem to have a little angle on the 9.
Just powered up.
He just punches it in. He didn't want to have any angle on the 9. Just wanted a stop shot here.
Look how wide he gets this bridge, man. A lot of these new school players really spreading their hand out wide.
He's trying
strong
to
base.
Almost do it sometimes when I'm sitting here doing commentary. I'm just trying to
force your hand wider.
It won't go in that position, but maybe one day. Stretching the fingers out. Yeah, I always notice that with the app too. Just super wide bridge. It's got to be incredibly sturdy.
Yeah, the wider the better. It's just tough to do. It's tough to have that much flexibility in your hands.
Trying to force a shootout here, Aloysius Yap. 3 racks away.
Team USA just next to us in the commentary box here, working out their road back to the quarterfinals. Sounds like they'll play Canada in the next round. Oh, rack not perfect again.
Yeah, there's some gaps going on in that rack. It's not easy racking the balls. Tough to get them tight every time.
Likely going to bank the 1 past the 9 here. Try to get the 7 in line with the cue ball.
Yeah, lots of room to hide this one. As long as it gets by the 9. 3, 6, 10, 2, all those balls in the way. Looks like he's hitting the other side of the ball though here.
Yeah, he can bank the 1 around the 7 and play the cue ball behind the 5. That'll work too, as long as the 1 gets around the 7 here. I like something a little more aggressive than this, but
yeah,
it's okay.
I agree. If he didn't get on the 5 there, this isn't a good enough safety for who he's playing.
Still isn't really. It's just go off the long rail, hit the half ball.
Exactly. He had to freeze up on the 5 there, take away at least that other side rail. Looks like Team Philippines also done. They beat Puerto Rico 3-1. Japan and Poland tied at a set apiece. That's the other match still going on. Look out, cue ball.
Yeah, that's a big match of 2 top 8 seeds going at it and losers of round 1. Both these teams very strong as well. Tough positional play here for Kwon. Trying to come across 1 rail and run into the 9. If he doesn't, there's still positive options for the 2. Cue ball on the right side of the table. Tough on the pocketing here.
Yeah, that's a long one with cue ball close to the rail. Super tough. Shooting out of the jaws of the pocket. Although these corner pockets, the way they're cut on this new Predator tables, super easy to shoot out of that pocket. Used to be a nightmare shooting off the raised up metal and the rubber over there. Try not to scratch up your cue, and these are cut real flush to the rail, and whatever they're making that lining of the pocket out of is super easy to bridge off of. It's nice and smooth. Overcut that one by a bit. He got a little lucky. 3 rails in behind this one, I think.
Yeah, couldn't jump there because he's left-handed.
Went 2 rails into it.
A lot of traffic coming across. If he's able to run into the 3, that can play okay for the 2.
Jacked up over the 4. This is real tough.
So with the full hoodie on, it's cold down there in the arena.
It is quite chilly. You got the AC ripping as per usual. And on this side, it's not as cold as if you go in the other room there with all the 7-foot tables. It's freezing in there, which is probably good when there's 12,000 people. You don't want it to be hot.
Yeah.
Bojan looking good here to tie it at 1. Needs this rack, I feel.
Traffic in the middle, so just tight with the cue ball. The top of the 4, and this is going to be trouble. It's got the right side of it, but he'd want the left side of it.
Yeah, it's the wrong spin. Can he get underneath it a little? Looks like he can.
Maybe at least in the middle of the cue ball, which will help immensely. Queuing a bit on the right, though. Good shot. Had to spin it.
That was not easy. Crowd recognizes a good shot there. Good knowledgeable crowd we got here, full of pool players.
Two rails forward now for Kwon. Shot.
Yeah, you had to force that one a bit too. Lots of power on that stroke. He hit it great. It's where he needed to be on the 6. And with the 8 over the side, he doesn't have to do anything but try to land straight in on the 7.
A bit of distance here.
Yeah, a little short of the mark, but should be okay.
Pressure on the shot. He's got it.
Oh, the shot clock added pressure there too, but he dealt with it. No problem. Good shot.
June's going to have the breaking advantage. The team's around 50% overall. Not too many breaking runs in the overall match.
Yeah, nobody's really figured it out yet, but give these good players enough time and they will figure it out. Spikes in the 10 to tie it at 1. You'd think Aloysius a big favorite here, but I've been very impressed by Ho-Jun. He's played super.
Yeah, a couple players that really have no results on the international scene, probably just because they haven't been out that much. But strong players, no doubt.
Well, I see this a lot in pool too. Some countries just very hard to travel from. Not only expensive, but it can be difficult to get the proper visas, the proper documentation to travel. I think maybe most notably would be, you have to help me with the name of the young man from Iraq that had the super high Fargo.
Yeah, Amir Ali, I think.
Yeah, Ali, yeah. Just, it's hard to get a visa to travel out of Iraq to some of these tournaments, so he hasn't had some of the opportunities other players have had, but he's so good. He does get on the world stage. He's beaten big players like handily.
His Fargo's around 840 or something.
That's really high. Similar to these two young men, maybe just not as many opportunities on the international stage, but
perfect break. 4-ball slides in last minute. He's got a shot on the 1.
Yeah, the 1 dresses up. Yeah, and that's a really great break. He squatted the cue ball right in the middle of the table. That's what you want to see when you're trying to hit it like that.
Cue ball's running into the 10. He's looking at what kind of angles he can develop off of it.
Can he draw around the 5? Miss the 10, draw around the 5 off 2 rails?
I think he might have to, because if he doesn't draw it enough, or say just draws it a little, he's running into kind of a bad part of the 10, where he's going to go forward anyway. So trying to miss it here, I believe. He does. Shot.
He needed to miss the 6-2, but I think he's just okay. 3 ball's got options. He's got the side pocket or the same corner as the 2. Side pocket's not the best option because getting to the 5 will be tough if he lands on the wrong side of it.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's resigning to taking angle like that on the 3 and the side.
Yeah,
you really want the cue ball going the proper way off the 3 here.
Yeah, you don't have to use 3 rails getting around to the 5. It's going to be real tough. I think he needs to take a chance on this 2 and really try to hold it. Proper angle on the 3.
This looked like the good shot from the beginning, but just where he was kind of queuing up there, maybe just considering it as an option. Had this in mind the whole way. 2 rails back, avoiding the 8 now.
Yeah, I definitely like this option better than the 3 in the side next. Does he get there? He does not get there. You could see him just let up on the stroke a little bit.
That's why I kind of like the 2 rails. He was going to always play past the 6.
Exactly. I think he had to use the second rail there too. I agree here. Not sure floating it through 1 rail is so easy to come up short there. I think he might have overcut the ball a little bit too. Like if he hit the ball thicker, he was going to get more out of it.
Almost made it.
Yeah, he very, very nearly kicked it right in. It's going to leave it tough.
Long and straight for Yap. Position's natural, but really has to bear down on his pocketing senses on this one.
Yeah, this is really tough with the cue ball on the rail like that. I wouldn't be surprised if we found some sort of safety. It looks like he's building himself up to try to pot it. Big shot in this match. Nope.
It's not there.
Nope. That was tough.
So Korea likely to take the lead in the fourth set. Pressure's going to be mounting on Singapore now. These last 6 go down.
I wouldn't have hated Yap trying to find a safety there. I think that was a really tough shot. Maybe if he'd been here all week and he was in dead punch on these tables and feeling confident, maybe. But there had to be a high percentage safety there too, I'm sure. Oh, good stroke. Really went for it there. Nice power.
Korea looking good here. They're going to have the break-in rack number 4, and Kwon did have a successful break-in rack number 3.
Yeah, good sign for him is he was squatting that cue ball right in the middle too, so good chance to get some shots after the break if he does make a ball. So looking a little warmer there now with the hood up.
It's ready for a winter storm.
Well, it was super cold here in Vegas last week, but it sure warmed up this week.
It was, yeah.
Flirted with that side pocket a little bit, but with the tight sides, I think you worry about that scratch a little less nowadays. Oh, and this is exactly what I was talking about. If you can just get a little bit of a lead, have Yap put a little doubt in his mind, and have him fighting from behind is important here. High fives and smiles all around. The loser of this match going to exit the event, so this is a big one. You know, nobody wants to go 2-0. Although Korea did win a match, South Korea won a match, but then they end up playing a team that didn't win a match on the B side first round.
Yeah, with the uneven amount of teams, not all teams flowing into the bracket exactly the same.
Yeah, some buys in there, some walkovers. Poland and Japan having a good battle over there, tied. Does it look like it's 3-2 Poland in the third set? Tied 1 set apiece. Good match.
Winner of this match will play Indonesia. It's a strong team with Silviana Liu back in the female side.
Yeah, and Albertan Warta, Indonesia, who we're going to see coming up right after this match. Just a little under 1 hour's time before the juniors going to do battle. On table 1, we have Savannah Easton taking on Albert Janwarta. Should be a good one. For those who don't know, Albert already ranked 796 in Fargo, only 17 years old. Super impressive.
Yeah, don't miss that one.
Try break again, gives up the first shot to Yap. He's played a beauty there, coming around for the 2. It's a nice shot. Does the 4 past the 9? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. So Kanangla gets on the 3. There'll be thoughts of coming into the short side.
Yeah, Yeah, and if you land straight in, the combo's not horrible. It's just where does the 4 go after? That looks like he's going to have some angle to get to the short side.
Still too much.
Yeah, maybe too much angle. Yeah, you don't want to try to float over there.
Soft draw might do it. If not, he can power over to the right long rail and back out for the combo. Oh, he's missed it.
Well, his teammates were looking a little nervous over there. They should be twice as nervous after watching that shot.
Yeah, they could be in big trouble here.
Absolutely.
All depends how the 4 is going to play off the 9, and it's not playing perfect where he can hold it. If he comes above it and hits it at slow speed, kind of stops the cue ball where it is now and hits it at slow speed, it should kind of stay in that quadrant near the top right.
Yeah, no choice to get short side on it here. Just got to take what you can get. Pocket the 3, stop shot. He doesn't want the cue ball on the rail, though.
Yeah, and I don't like this. He can't move the cue ball back up from the short rail here. The angle he needs to cut the 4 at is pretty much straight on.
Just need to take what he can get here. Try to pot the ball and have a look at the 4 and maybe play a safe after.
I think it has to be.
I mean, if it goes towards the 8 a little, then he might have a really easy safe.
Yeah, it will.
Shot clock a real factor again. Just didn't have as much time as he needed to build himself up for that shot. And that's where the experience really comes in for somebody like Yap. He just knows exactly how much time he has. Pretty certain he'll be playing that 5 in the top right corner of our screen there next.
Oh, look at this,
What's
man.
he done?
He's going to have to kick this in now.
He is not the Yap that I saw play last year.
But that's just an odd error. I mean, just draw the ball a little bit. The cue ball will just stay there. He's worried about the 4 falling through the 9 or something. I'm just trying to think of any reason why he'd be like this.
Yeah, I don't know how he misplayed it that bad. He thinks he can cut this in from there? I'm not so sure.
I guess he can, but...
Okay.
Wow, got out of it.
Yeah. I mean, he might have got a little fortunate there to even have that shot. I thought, I was with you, I thought he had to kick that ball in from where he landed. Nonetheless, looking good to tie it at 2 here. And the crowd what they came to see. Might be just a hair short here, but I think he can drag this one in and hold the cue ball. I don't think he needs to go all the way to the end rail. Did need the rail. He's landed a little funny here. It should be okay.
Yeah, can still hit at medium speed. Just a little more cut angle than ideal. 2 rails back to the 10 now.
He's got to really make sure he plays proper amount of right spin here. Wants to really shoot towards his side pocket. Once he rails. Caught it nice and thick too to drag the cue ball a little bit more out of it. Pumps the 10 ball in.
He's had a lot of success on the Pro Billiard Series over the years. 2-time winner in a row in Michigan.
Michigan, yeah. What a couple of tournaments he had there, right? What other events has he won on the Pro Billiard Series?
Just trying to think back. He might not have won another one, but he's had plenty of high finishes.
We all know the run he went on the Open events last year. Pretty much just won everything. Breaking in rack number 5. Let's see if he can figure it out. Hasn't had much success on the break yet.
$300,000 in earnings in 2025, man.
Just 300, eh? There's plenty of doctors and lawyers out there not making that money.
That's right.
He's just shooting pool, traveling the world. How much fun is that? Yeah, his list of accomplishments in 2025 would take 10 minutes just to talk about. He won everything. Oh, really unbelievable year. It's really nice to see players making that kind of money. And he was one of a few players that made over 300 last season. Nice to see. I know Carlo topped the 300. I think Federer as well. Joshua had to be close. Draws this one back. I don't think he can play this 2 in the side. It's going to be a safety here, I would think.
Yeah, maybe cue ball behind the 4, 2 ball in line with the 6-10. Might have to cut it a little too much to get the cue ball going that far behind the 4. Can try to line up this 6 with the 2. Did a little bit of both.
Good call there. Played it perfectly. Nice shot.
Let's see if Yap he's going to go at the jump.
Yeah, I like this because a lot of safety possibilities hit this one. Send the cue ball back the other way and keep the cue ball maybe underneath the 10.
Shot exactly how he tried to hit it. See if the 6 is going to get involved here. I think it has.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shot from Yap there. Really nice.
Left the pocket. But jump situation for Kwan.
Jump safeties they're playing nowadays. They're so good with that short cue. Such good control.
Surprised he's kicking at this. Very surprised, actually.
Yeah, I think the jump
didn't
is...
want to open up the 5-8 or something. Maybe the only reason.
But I think a great player like Yap, whether you open that 5 or not, if you don't do something great with the kick shot there, you're going to lose the game anyway.
Yeah.
You'll find some kind of good safety on the 5, whether you open it or not.
Yeah, and again, just a little indecisive. Didn't really hear the beeps of the shot clock, but knew he was getting down in time and just didn't judge the kick quite exactly how he needed to.
So I think Yap's going to play 2, the 3, then maybe the 4-9 combination. Hope he gets some angle on the 4. Possibly break out the 5.
I like that.
First, he's got to make these couple balls. Not easy to play that little combo. Look easy on TV, but it's not easy. He'd like to be straight, not super off angle like he's going to be. This makes it a lot harder.
Going to take a real aggressive carom here. It's going to play the 4 near the 5-8. It's aggressive, no doubt.
Yeah, I kind of like that, actually.
Nine's close enough to the pocket that if he doesn't have to hit it perfectly. He can go in off the long rail to the thin side of the pocket.
Yeah, so he could maybe hit the 4 a little thicker. Get it kind of traveling more towards his bottom left of our screen there.
I didn't see the call here. I think he's actually back cutting the combo into it.
Yeah, he called the 9 and he's going to cut it.
Shot. Doesn't want the 4 to fall in.
That's super unlucky.
It is, especially with the ball that far away from the pocket. It's barely ever going to happen.
Yeah, to hit it right on the nose like that. And Sharik's saying, I think a little unlucky there. Softly into this one to just keep it there and wait for another chance, but he might not like his next shot. Oh, he could see the edge to get some separation, but look out, cue ball. With the brakes.
Did. Big roll in the overall match.
Speed control. Yeah, he caught a funny line there. He wasn't trying to be anywhere near the corner. You see him laughing. But I feel like bad luck that the 4 went in, and maybe some good luck that the cue ball didn't go in. So balanced out there.
Tough on the saves here.
Yeah, what do? Do you maybe just try to cut it in because the safe is so hard anyway?
If he has to. Just going over, taking a look at the contact point for the pocketing.
And one thing I don't contemplate enough in these situations is maybe I just get lucky too, right?
Sure.
Like there is always that small factor. You just try to play it safe, maybe get lucky too, but I'd rather try to play the cut shot and get lucky.
Yeah. Try.
And he
That's
did
what
get
you're
lucky.
talking about.
Exactly. A little kiss on the 10 underneath the 6.
Especially on that one, there should have been natural distance even if he didn't get right behind the 6. Good choice there from Kwan.
Yeah, I like the choice. Yeah, it would have been easy to try some cheeky little safety, but I think he played the right choice there. Got rewarded. Yeah, I'm going to kick this ball. Try to kick safe. The shot clock's running out. Some 2 rails in behind it, I think it is. Oh, I hit it sweet. He's going to let Ho-Jun see this ball, though.
Can bank it up the middle. Might be a little tough to get the cue ball back behind the 10. It's going to tend to end up to the right of it. Definitely the safest play with the 5 is just going up the middle.
Yeah, just contain the 5. I'd be tempted to do that. Just bank the 5 straight up table. Hard to sell out that way. But again, shot clock a real factor. He didn't have a ton of time to make any other decision. Does he get enough out of the 5? He doesn't.
Over top here for Yap, though.
Yeah, hard to pot this ball. Jacked up over the 10.
So we're looking on with intent. Knowing this game is real big.
Yeah, and again, we hear the beeps of the shot clock. Adds so much pressure.
How sharp is this going to be?
I think he got away with one there. He didn't have to come off the horn and leave nothing. But I think he's left a real thin one.
Well, how about going for the spin?
Yeah, I like trying to cut this ball in the corner in the top right there of our screen. I think he has to.
Stakes aren't easy. You only line the cue ball up with the 10, and he is going here.
Yeah, I like it. You got to make stuff happen out there. You can't just wait for a better chance all the time. Oh, got it real thick.
Cue ball might end up behind the 6. I believe it has.
Yap's not going to be in love with that. Can't seem to buy a shot here. Jump in this one surprises me. I thought the kick is maybe a higher percentage, but only he would know. Just watch the cue ball bouncing lots, and it might end up on the floor here. Gotta be careful.
I had a feeling he was trying to hit it thick, not pocket it.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was doing, yeah. If he tries to cut that ball in, the cue ball might bounce off the table, so smart to hit it thick. the safe, left it far away. Cue ball near the rails. Good shot.
Natural position back to the 6 now. Big challenge on the pocketing again.
Hear that beep at 10 seconds. And then it's time to get down and shoot, right?
Yeah. No good unless it goes off the 8. Doesn't.
He overcut it intentionally, I think, there. I don't think he was really trying to make it.
Yeah, I would have. I mean, these are chances to win the set. He did go all in on the first one, but there, I think he's still got to go all in.
Yeah.
Especially with, you still got to keep tight on the percentages, but even if they do lose the set, they still have the shootout to fall back on.
Yeah, so a little cushion takes a little pressure off the shot. Maybe he just caught it, Yeah, playing safe also.
Another one that he can go for here.
Yeah. He's going to make one of these eventually. Yap keeps letting him shoot him.
Thing with this, if he's playing in the top left. If he plays it in the top right, the cue ball's not moving properly. Top left, the bottom right's not available for the 6, but I think just try to come below it.
Well, and it's such a hard shot. You can't focus too much on position anyway.
Yeah.
I guess he's under the 6 again. How big is that 6 ball? It's the biggest 6 ball I've ever seen. How many times are they going to land underneath this 6? Crazy. Jump cue this time, I think. Try to cut this ball in, get some distance if he misses it. What a big game, though. 2-2 in this 4th set. Wow. What a shot.
Breaking game number 5, finally. Big jump from Yap.
Unbelievable. All those good shots from Ho-Jun, and that's how it ends. He's not out of the woods yet here. He's going to make a good shot on this 6. I think he elevates. Oh, he's going to elevate. Oh, it's so well controlled. What a great shot.
On the straight side, he can stun follow forward, or he can power draw back 2 rails. And the stun follow here.
Yeah, I like the stun follow too.
Shot.
He really got lots out of it. Now he can get nice and close to this 10 off 3 rails. Lots of right spin here. Lots of the inside.
Singapore are going to be on the hill now. Going to force the shootout. Yap will be breaking in rack number 6.
The jump from nowhere to save the day. What a shot that was. Cut it in perfectly. Swung the cue ball around off all the rails and perfect on the 6.
Yeah, he was in a couple underdog positions in that rack, but coming away with the win.
Well, that's what makes these elite players so elite. Because everybody at this level does things so great. It's the small things that separate them. The kick safeties, the jumps, the break.
So having a little mid-match snack.
I'll take some. Bring it over here.
Oh, those Kit Kats. Everybody.
Love a Kit Kat. Break me off a piece. Yap with a chance to force the shootout here. Hasn't really figured out the break, though, so if you're Ho-Jun, you got to think you're going to get a shot here. Have some kind of say in this rack.
Better spread. 6 wanted to go.
Nothing happening but the 1's hidden behind the 7. Yeah, the balls were fighting to get in that side pocket a little, but nothing else really that close.
So he's thinking rail first here. Take a shot at kicking it in. Going to create natural distance.
He's going to shoot it right away, too. No. Okay, he had me on the edge of my seat there. I thought he was just going to shoot it right away.
He's got 60 seconds after the break. Might as well use most of it to get his field calibrated.
He is going to play this shot, though. Lots of left spin. The end rail, try to pot the 1, but mostly the cue ball is going to track towards the 2. Maybe get some kind of two-way shot out of it.
He's going to hang it.
Yeah, that's not what he wanted to see.
The cue ball's going to hit the window between the two 10s, so a chance for Yap to force the shootout now.
So coming back into the shootout, you got to figure you're the favorite. The other team's a little shook. They didn't want the shootout. You wanted the shootout. So you're feeling confident you're going into the shootout. The other team's disappointed it went to a shootout.
Yeah, it's a weird one because really only Yap and Soa have experience in the shootout overall. All 4 other players haven't had much experience in the Pro Billiard Series. Syed would probably have the second most. Third most, pardon me.
Well, and Yap would shoot twice in the first 4 shots.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to
so
see.
would Soa.
I'd be interested to see who they put for those 2 shots on South Korea.
They could.
I agree. I think Soa should be the one, but they could put Ho Jun in.
See how this rack works out. Just a bit of speculation going forward. Gotta get good on the 4 here.
This is really thin. Does he even attempt to cut this ball in? I'm not sure. It's pretty thin.
Yeah. Wanted to move to the left a little off that 2 ball. Thanks there.
The mistake was on the 1. When he hit the 1, he got really straight on the 2. Just needed any kind of angle on the 2. Didn't get it. Yeah, does he bank this ball? I don't know, because I don't think the position is easy.
Yeah, cue ball's leading behind the 8.
Yeah, you'd have to really power it up with some spin or something. Takes away the accuracy. Could he go off the right side of the 3, try to get safe here?
I like that. Line it up with the 5. Line the cue ball up with the 5.
And worst case, you don't get cover, but you're going to leave the 3 way up there and the cue ball way down here. I mean, it plays not bad for a lefty, too. You see him, he can lean over the side.
Just going to draw and try to line the cue ball up with the 9. Oh.
Did he play for the double kiss?
I don't know why he would have. You could just go thin off the right side, but it hit it so squarely that you would think maybe he did.
Yeah, it looked like he played the double kiss. Crafty little shot if that's
outside
what
the
he
box
did.
shot there if that's what he tried.
Definitely creative. He's left a good distance here. Can pot the 3, but getting on the 4 is not easy. Sure, he'd probably ask him, you played the double kiss? You're that good?
Elevated straight back.
I think they got to sit still over there and stop talking.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the opponent shooting right towards them.
Yeah, still moving.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay, now. Nailed it.
Wow, what
And the cue ball's perfect,
stroke.
too.
That was a sweet stroke he put on that ball from distance. That was not easy.
Looking to force a hill here.
This is just a little tricky. You just got to try to spin around the 6 a bit. Doesn't want to contact the 6.
If he does, he's out.
Yeah, the other balls are all there. Right?
Cue ball could be moving to the left off the 5, but yeah, until he could get around it. And he's actually in a bit of trouble now with the 6.
Yeah, I don't know what passes the 9, and I don't know what passes the 8. Maybe it goes in off the 8.
I think you might have to.
Just going to see where he lands first.
And the following angle's coming kind of close to the corner pocket here, so it's tough to get the cue ball kind of in a straight line with the 6, which you need to be able to target the 6 off the 8. Just go diagonal at it. I'm going to get a small angle.
He's coming in pretty speedy here. Look out.
Well, that'll work. Not the best, but still on offense for sure.
Oh, is he playing it like that? Impressive if he was. One more good shot away, you feel. He pots this and gets on the 7. It's going to be hill.
No good.
Yeah. I don't hate playing the side pocket there.
That was my first intuition too. Work for position as well. Just draw the cue ball to the left long rail. Must have been a little more angle than it appeared because you definitely would have seen that.
Yeah, the camera angle can be deceiving there. It must have been just a little tougher than it looked from our view. Yap with a chance to close it out here. One good shot. He's overcut it as well. It's contagious.
Yap not quite on his game overall.
Definitely not on the ball as much as we're used to seeing from Yap.
Bit of a scratch going into both pockets here. I think he can beat it to the short rail if he goes in the top right.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. And I think the cue ball maybe comes 2 rails like away from the 8 a little bit. He doesn't play with any inside spin. Draw and inside spin. That was really tough.
He's going to line the cue ball up with the 8.
Look at this. He's definitely got a few good rolls. Not only in this game, but in this set. He's put Yap in a whole bunch of tough spots. Can you find a kick shot here to pot this ball? There's no jump in this one. Curious if he goes 2 rails or 1. I think 1 is good to make the ball, but 2 is better to get some safe.
Good, but look, look at this. Is it going to leave him safe? It'll be a swerve play at worst. I think he's left it, though.
I think it's just on. When he first hit the 6 there, I thought it's going behind the 9 for sure.
It's there. 7's available in the left middle. Can come around 2 rails for the same pocket if he wants.
He did come around for the same pocket. Good shot.
Smiles coming out on the Korea team, knowing that they're going to be 1 game away from winning this match, likely.
Yeah, they're going to have a chance to avoid the shootout. Before, they were not smiling so much. They're thinking about that shootout. Now they look a little happier. Soft draw here should be fine. Doesn't need to be straight in on the 10. Match. This will be the second set of the 4 that's gone hill. They're keeping the crowd in it. Be 1 rack to decide this 4th set. Do we get a shootout or not? Ojan's going to get the break.
Singapore staying loose. Yap having a little laugh with his teammate Syed.
Yeah, that's important, I think, out there. Just trying to stay focused, but also have a little fun, you know? I mean, it's a high-pressure match, but it doesn't mean you can't have fun. And they've noted that about Filler. If you ask some of the other players, they say he's just like a kid in a candy store out there. He's having the time of his life every time he gets to the table. maybe that's a big factor why he plays so good. I see a lot of the other players just look really stressed out when they're there.
Yeah, I think part of it is that you have to be confident enough in yourself that all those other thoughts of this is going to happen, that's going to happen, that's just gone from your guys' minds, right? They just kind of bring what the table gives them. And at that point, you can kind of loosen up a little bit.
He mentioned that after Derby, he said he didn't care about the result, which means he wasn't thinking about the result. And then he just played perfect pool. Unbelievable good pool. Dry break here, but no look at the 1. Does he consider jumping this? I don't think so, because there's nothing happening with the 2 next.
Yeah. Too aggressive on the jump.
Some kind of push, and he doesn't really need to tie up a ball is handy. So he can just pin this one right on the rail.
I think he'll get it back. I'm just wondering what the progression is going to be from there.
Yeah, how do you play safe from here? It's tough. You come off the left side of the 1 and try to get near the 10. There's a double kiss a little bit there. Oh, maybe he
can beat it.
He can beat the kiss.
Cue ball behind the 10.
Yeah, and if he doesn't get it behind the 10, he's going to contain the 1 up on that top rail. I think that'd be the key. Extension. Here's this extension.
Yeah, Kwon using his extension on the first shot, so he'll be under the gun for the rest of the rack.
Yeah. I think the worst thing he could do here now is hand it back. Yeah. You use your extension, you better shoot. No.
For the cue ball behind the 10.
The 1's gone near the pocket too. That's
comfortable enough pocketing that Yap can do some cue ball manipulation and get below the 2. Or I don't think breaking into it's a little too aggressive, but getting below the 2 will be valuable here.
Yeah. Yeah, then some sort of safety from the 2. The 6 ball is going to be big. Can you power up a draw shot here to get it all the way back? Oh, he can go forward. He has a nice little angle to go forward. Still got to power it in.
Shot. How's the cue ball energy? It might go behind the 9, and it is
dead behind the 9.
Did well there to even get that much movement out of the cue ball. Didn't even really hit it bad, but ended up in a bad spot. He still has the kick safe out.
There's been a whole lot of shots in this match that Yap hasn't looked like himself out there. That's another one. Don't see him end up behind a ball there too often. Probably 2 rails here, I would think. Just kiss it.
No rail. Did it rock back? I don't. That's real close, Ben.
I think it did. I think it did.
Wow, they're going to let it go, but
I think it just rocked back.
Yeah, like no rail, right?
But the referee wasn't anywhere near it to get a good view of it.
Players aren't disputing it, so
that's what
we
tells
could be
me.
Seeing it differently.
Yeah, that's what tells me it was okay, because Ho-Jun never flinched. He just got up and shot right away.
Yeah. Funny how the ball tends to rock back from the rail like that.
Yeah, there's some little
static energy or something.
Yeah, or maybe just a static from the rail, yeah. Good safety there. Force Yap to do something here. If this doesn't turn out good, it might be over. He's like 50-50 to make this ball.
Not there on the make. Okay on the leave.
Yeah, not the worst thing. He might buy himself another shot here. Safe behind the 6 again, I think. Could go the other way, send the 2 into the 6, use the 9 for cover, maybe even get under the 10. Yeah, that's what he's done. Don't scratch, though.
Left it open.
Yeah, leaked out just a little bit. I like the choice, but he had to get it right, because now he's going to be in jail himself behind the 6.
Small chance of the 2 banking into the 6 off the rail here, but I think Yap will figure it out. Just gonna have to miss the 6 by small margins.
Yeah, I don't want to try to load up any spin here, like hit it thinner with the inside spin.
Right.
Just so far away and the cue ball near the rail.
He did have to cut it. typically you'd play into the angle of that one a little more behind the 6, but he did fine there. It's much tougher to freeze it going on that angle.
Oh, does he kick this ball in, though? Again, it's, you know, half a chance because it's near the pocket.
He's got to spin it with some left.
Yeah, if he has to spin it with some siding, it's going to be way harder. If he could just level out with only top, that looks not bad. The shot clock running out.
Tried. Now look at the cue ball. Horrible rule for Singapore here.
Yeah, I wonder how sick Yap is. Doesn't look overly bothered by it. Like he's just going to figure it out. But, man, they've had a couple of rolls. Ojun in particular has had a couple of rolls of the ball for sure. Even in the last game, he ended up behind the 6. I know Yap won the game, but...
Oh, 10's in the way of the 2 rail coming out on that side.
You can't go between the 6-9, right? I don't think. The 9's in the way. I don't think there's a gap there.
Oh, you can see him throwing his hands in the air. Like, how is this ball so hard to hit? It's right in the middle of the table. There's nothing around it, but the angles are all just covered.
And how did he end up back here again, right? Does he have his extension left? Or did he use it on the shot already? I think he used it.
Used that. Got there.
Pretty good hit from where he was with the rest. It's a good shot.
Just looked for other options because he had to spin it so much going that way, but figured it out last second.
That was really hard with the bridge, too, to spin it like that.
Cue ball behind the 6 now.
He's caught the 2 rail in the side.
Well, that's fine, actually. There's coverage.
Oh, no, he's going to cut it towards the side, try to get under the 8.
Okay.
So the call was just in case it did something funny and turned over.
Just covered it.
Yeah, he didn't get under the 8, but the 5's a big ball there. He's got Yap with his back against the wall, like multiple shots in a row here. We saw this in the last rack, and then all of a sudden Yap just found a shot, jumped the ball in position.
And he's surviving so far. Still is.
Still gonna... Well, maybe he can cut this ball in. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's there, Ben.
I do think so, and I think the cue ball's going 2 rails towards the 3.
It's opening up pretty nicely.
Well, and if he can get something on the 3 and get to the 4, that's the work.
He hasn't even gone over to check the pocketing angle, though. It must be thinner than it looks on the overhead here.
Yeah, it's just a little closer to the side rail than what the overhead shows. Safe behind the 4. 2 balls going to bounce big, yeah.
Oh, it's still there.
Yeah, it looked at first like the 2 ball's coming way further than that. Thought he'd let it leak out. Yap's got the shooting cue on the floor and the jump cue in his hand.
But this is one of the first times he can actually get Ho-Jun in a tough spot after like a real chance at a kick safe. This one happens to be a jump, but he's playing the cue ball behind the 10 here.
Yeah, and he's got the 4 also. If it happens to come off a little funny. Oh, no.
Yes. What is happening in this rack?
He can't get a roll.
And he didn't actually mean to drop his jump cue there. It just slipped out of his hand. But he was actually having a laugh about it.
Yeah.
Not really even upset. But
No.
I'm just saying he just dropped it by accident.
And it's hard to be upset here, you know? It's just, the balls roll funny for everybody, even if you're this great, man.
Finally not able to get out of it. And Kwan's going to have a chance to take down the match.
Yeah, nothing much he could do there, really. I mean, he did miss hit the jump shot, should be noted. He actually called the corner where the 7 was, I believe.
Yeah.
So he hit it really thick, way thicker than he was trying to hit it. It might have looked like bad luck, but I think he just mishit it.
Yeah, he was trying to get the cue ball behind the 10, not the 4.
Yeah. Look out, 9 ball.
Yeah. It's there, though.
Wow, just crept by it. looked a little worrying at first glance. I thought he was going straight behind the 9. Oh, the blood's got to be flowing now. The heart's pounding. Can he finish this one off?
Yeah, one of the biggest rants of Kwan's life as far as overseas American pool.
Absolutely, to knock Aloysius Yap out of the tournament so early. But also carry your country through with a chance to get into that final 8 into the money rounds.
He's going to have to find a way to get the cue ball into the short side of the 9.
Yeah, the 10's blocking it, and that's a real factor here, but I think with the 7 close to the 8, he's going to get exactly what he wants on the 8. A couple balls away from that still, and with the nerves running high, anything can happen.
Almost overcut it,
Whoa.
Ben.
Wiggled it in there. Wow.
And he's off target there too. I mean, you're favoring the long rail on that one if you're gonna not target the center of the pocket. But yeah, he's definitely feeling it. Understandable.
I think you could see just a little quiver, like when they zoomed in there. He looked like he was twitching a little, which is easy to do from here. I know I'd be shaking.
Yeah. He's a little straight. He's gonna have to go 2 rails forward now, and it's laying a little long actually.
This is not ideal. Yeah,
If it does go long, he still has the right middle, but he definitely wants to play the corner on the 9.
yeah, you'd hate to be shooting the middle under that much pressure from far away. Lots of right spin here.
It's good, and he's come up plenty tight. Just a question of speed.
Little short, but it's okay. Can't ask for more than this. Can't land straight in on every ball. And he doesn't need to do much at all with the cue ball. This is all about making the 9. No extension left though, so only 15 seconds to get this done.
Yeah, he wants to get there before the double beeps.
Yeah, well, he might wait for them now.
Whoa, 1 second left, Ben, and he's not perfect on the 10.
He way mishit it. How did he land underneath the 10 here?
1 second left on that one.
I think he took too long.
Yeah.
I think he took too long, and it made him misplay the 9. Who would have ever guessed that he would shoot this 10 in the side pocket? Big shot.
He's got it. South Korea in a thrilling match takes down Singapore in losers round 1. Great match, Ben.
Yeah, awesome match. Really, really good stuff. We're going to have another one coming up in 10 minutes.